Hey, what is up, guys? Episode 33. At least I got the episode right this week because I was saying episode 34 last week, innit? Episode 33, as we say. I'm really hyped. I'm really hyped for today's show. Not like I'm not hyped for every show, but I'm really hyped for today's show because a lot has gone on this week, and plus we got a very special guest on today. One of the bros, I would say one of the most honest, most reliable people out here, and I respect this guy so much. But before we go into that, how's your week been, bro? How's your week been?
Pretty long.
You look tired, bro.
Nah, I'm tired. I'm tired because we barbecued yesterday. Shout out to all my people, man, my family that came through. We did it pretty big. It didn't last that long, but we did a lot it lasted probably a good 8 hours. I'll say from about 12 to 8.
Hold on. Are you saying that's not long? That is quite long, bro.
No.
You what are you talking about? Cookouts being like 12 to 14 hours?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, we normally
I'm used to stuff going into the 10, 11 o'clock hour before it's over.
Oh, okay. That's what we do, but we start late. We start about 2 o'clock, 2, 3 o'clock, and we just kind of cook away all the way into the night. And this joke can get.
We started cooking at 12, and people started showing up around 2:30, 3 o'clock.
Yep.
So it was cool, man. I did a lot of celebrating.
I thought you celebrating. I get the gist of that, bro.
Yeah.
But basically, today I thought you literally gonna say to me, "I'm tired of the controversy. I'm tired of the drama. I'm tired of all this stuff that's going on in the sneaker world. Just let me sleep for once."
Bro, look, my week, man, so hectic. A lot of what was hectic about it, I can't talk about, but we'll talk about it off camera.
Okay, cool. No worries. But today's guest is, I would say, like I said, one of the most reliable, one of the most honest people out here. I talk to the bro quite a bit. He always supports every single time he comes on, and it's only fair for us to actually show love and support back. And when I tell you he's the bro, he's definitely one of the bros. Comes on Instagram lives. I'm getting him on the lives even more because I think he brings so much value to the sneaker game and basically just to the lives itself. He has his opinions on a lot of things, and rightfully so, because sometimes you gotta say it like it is. And the bro always says it like it is. There's no cap, and this is why this show is called The Big Cap. Because today we are gonna draw out all the drama, we are gonna draw out all the controversy, and we are gonna draw out all the BS that goes with the sneaker world today. So, on that, no further ado, shall we introduce him, bro? This is the bro Benzino. Welcome to the show, bro. The Shoe Dog Podcast. Welcome, bro.
What's going on, fellas? Thanks for having me on, man.
No worries, every single time. And I meant every word I said because you are one of the close bros. And
I appreciate that.
Like me and Q, and a lot of people around us respect you a lot. You do come through the comments sometimes on the lives. And basically throw some cap in it, which is quite fun. Fun to me. If you guys never been on Instagram Live, it's really funny when you're actually kind of putting together the show and you're actually reading all the comments that come with that live, and you see Benzino say something and he says something and he says something. You're just laughing. You want to really say it, but you can't because you're laughing. You're like, shit.
I've got no filter, bro. First thing that comes to my head just comes out.
Yeah, bro. Sometimes that's the best way to be. Like I respect people that's just true, honest people, because basically they say what they mean. And I guarantee you, right this moment in time, if Scott's joined the premiere, he's probably saying something right this moment in time. I guarantee it. You and Scott's back and forth is quite funny as well.
Yeah, I like Scott, man. Good guy.
Scott goes back and forth with everybody. He goes back and forth with everybody, bro. It's irritating.
He's another guy. He's got no filter. He's a bit like me. I think that's why maybe we get on as well, because we just, first thing that comes into our head, we say it.
And one thing I noticed about Scott, and especially about you, bro, is if something's on your mind, you don't hide it. You basically say and come forth and call it out. And I like that about you guys. Basically, with me, I have a lot of things people say about me and I'll just digest it and ignore it, and I'll just let it by, and then like it will just go like from my head, like yo, that's not important. But with you guys, if somebody says something to you and does something to you, you are there or in their neck. You're like, like a pit bull, like bang in your neck. Like this is it. Like this it's do or die, no regret. I'm going in.
That's what social media is for, really and truly. It's a platform to network with people and also voice your opinions and share information, knowledge, all those kind of things. So yeah, why not?
Yeah,
Definitely. So okay, well, how we normally go over the show is we talk about pickups for the week. So because you're the guest, bro, what have you picked up this week that you want to showcase?
I haven't got it in hand. The only thing I've picked up this week was the Georgetown Sixes, and they're due tomorrow, as far as I know.
Yeah,
excited for them.
Oh yeah, 100%. We were just talking about this before we went and started recording. Georgetown Sixes, they look immaculate, bro. I'm talking, how underrated are they at this moment in time? And they sat. I literally woke up 15 minutes to half an hour after the release. Thought, oh crap, I've not basically copped, and I'll probably miss the release now. I might have to go and wait for restocks or reach out, and then literally went on Sneakers app, sitting in my size, bang. And
they were still sat on the Sneakers app in my size at about 10 o'clock last night.
Yeah. Y'all, while y'all over there telling these fairy tales, let me help y'all understand what's going on over here.
Wow.
Hold on. We got what's that? 8, 8.5, 9.5, and 12 on finish line, which is JD Sports. Just a 9.5 on Hibbett, just sitting there by itself. Jimmy Jazz, Snipes, 8.5 sitting there by itself. That's about it. So yeah.
I'm just trying to pull up the release. Actually, to be fair, I'm gonna share my screen quickly, because basically, I'm gonna show you how the UK is rolling at this moment in time. The shoe looks magnificent. That almost like steel silver looks so good. But you can get from size 6 to size 9 at this moment in time, which is great. Everything else is sold out. But the sizes that we normally think might sell out really quickly aren't selling out really quickly. The bigger sizes are selling out. But look at that new butt, bro. Look at that new.
I saw a photo of somebody had the flash. And, you know, usually the flash really exposes like any imperfections in the suede, and it was immaculate.
Yeah. I just hope the QC is going to be on point. But I've noticed, one thing definitely for sure with the Nike releases recently, the QC's on point, but also they're giving you extra bits. Like they've given you this Dream Cell insole, which is way softer than the normal regular insoles. They've upped the laces. The lace
on
thickness
the Sixes,
is no on every sneaker. I've got the last couple of sneakers, the French Blue 13s. I'm trying to remember my sneakers. All the sneakers I've got recently, they've all got Dream Cell insoles in them. They got even the if you see the taxi, the taxi laces are thicker than the normal Jordan 1 laces. So if you got taxis, compare your taxi laces to the Pollens last year. The laces seem more durable, more thicker. So it looks like they've upped their quality on their sneakers. So it's interesting that you're paying extra money, but they are actually putting some of that money back into the sneaker and the quality. So since
finally.
Since the UNC 6s, the and your Crimson 4s, they have remastered some of those distribution centers to actually up their quality checks. So if it seems like they listen to our actual complaints, and then they're actually increasing the quality on the sneakers, which is great, because it feels like that implementation we're feeling now. Because if you think about it,
it's not that shitty blue insole. It's this black one now.
Yeah, black dry. And normally when you pull out the insole, it's got that hash blue insole. It's like a light blue, dark blue. They don't do that anymore. I put, and it's almost a bit thicker, but it's also way softer, so it looks like it's gonna mold to your feet even better. So it looks like they're definitely up in their quality. They're definitely up their quality.
It's not tacky on the bottom either.
It's not stuck on.
Yeah, it's not stuck to the bottom of the shoe no more. So Yeah, they have stepped up their quality, which is a great thing.
Yeah.
But I didn't. I was supposed to go pick up a pair. I was supposed to get 2 pairs of the Georgetowns. I only hit one because they sold out. They did sit around a little bit after release, but at that point, I just sent out links instead of trying to cop for somebody else.
Yeah,
because I had to pass on the Georgetowns because I spent so much money on this barbecue. So
I feel you, bro. I feel you,
bro.
I said, man,
needs be. But anything you copped the extra you copped this week, Q?
Nah, I mean these PSGs dropped, but I had mine like a month ago, so
I do like those. I do really like those.
You gonna say you like these? You gonna say you like these with that hat on?
Q already knows the situation.
I know.
Q already knows the situation.
I know. Blazing Guns hate this shoe just because
this is a PSG shoe. Yeah. But
I just think the shoe itself is very nice. It's beautiful. The colorways and everything.
Yeah.
It's dope.
By the way,
it is reflective. The black is reflective. So.
And by the way, Q, shout out to you, bro, for hitting 6K views on that video.
Congrats,
you know what? Yeah, exactly. We got to celebrate success because basically that is the most viewed review on your channel at this moment in time, and it's awesome, bro. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Keep pushing.
It's that one. My Griffey video is like 2.5. It's I think that Air Max video is like 3.5. And those videos been out for a while, bro. At least a year on most of them. And this PSG video just been doing more and more numbers every week, bro. It tripped me out. So I definitely didn't see that coming.
Yeah, I think sometimes it's random. Like I never thought my Air Trainer 1 videos would actually do really well. Like they just actually escalated into
some about the OGs, hemisphere. Bro. And I know Benzino, you fuck with the OGs too. Because around the time we first were introduced to each other, you was on Griffey's, and I saw recently you copped the wheat Griffey's. What is it? What is it about the Griffey's that get you like that?
I don't really know. I like the sole, the midsole, the bubbles, everything. I like the silhouette, man. Like the first time I ever saw it. I don't know. I just fell in love with it. Like it's one of them things, like everyone's kind of got that one pair of shoes where you may not have like been able to get it at the time, but you saw it, you really liked it, and then all of a sudden you was in a position to get one, and it just kind of went from there, man. I'm looking to get some more. But
you have to use, and this is a shout out to Nike. You guys are out of order because you don't give us the new shoes in the UK and EU because the bro has to go to his connect in the States and they get him shipped over because they don't do them here. They just don't do them here. Literally, it's.
I think they would sit here. I think that's the problem.
Sit here. They would sit here, but then do a limited release, like do a semi-limited release, because if the people that want it will pick it up, and that's the whole thing about sneakers is making sure people get the right sneakers they want. I also know why I have another feeling why you actually like Griffey's as well, because the same thing why I like basically the Air Trainers or the Zion Jordan 2 as well. It's unique, it's different. Nobody wears it, and when you wear it, people are like, oh damn, what are those?
Everyone stops you in the street in London when you're wearing a pair of Griffey's, bro. Everyone's like, "What the hell are those, man? Like, where did you get them from?" Like, and people just like, "Why can't I get a pair?"
And this is the same thing that what happened to me when I wore the Rui 8s out. Literally, I wore them to the sneakers live or sneakers day. Everybody was like, "What are those?" Like,
was there a US exclusive?
US exclusive. Yeah, exactly. What are those? Yeah, US and Japan, because Rui's from Japan.
Yeah,
and he plays for the Washington Wizards and stuff like that. So basically, from that perspective, a lot of people like, what are those? I was constantly getting questions about what the sneakers were, where I got them from, how I got them, and who had to maneuver to get them, and blah blah blah. But it's not that we look for it, but it's like for a sneakerhead, it's good to be unique because you want something that.
An 8 is quite a rare silhouette in the UK as well.
Exactly.
You don't see many people. If you see people
Exactly.
wearing an 8, they're a sneakerhead. Like, you don't just see random people buying those silhouettes.
Is that's the reason why we both got taxis.
I love
Taxi
them.
8s.
I love them. It could have been better quality leather. The leather's a bit tacky, but
yeah,
around, man. I like
exactly.
it.
And I think I'm gonna be picking up most of the 8s that come out next year. I reckon. Like it's gonna be the anniversary 8. So I'm waiting. I'm waiting for some OGs to come out. I'm waiting. I still have to rock my champagnes. So that 8, that Taxi 8 and the Rue 8 to the third 8 I've got in my rotation. So now I think I was too late onto the scene before to pick up any of the OGs, but now it's gonna be like, yo, let's go in. I think when you're a sneakerhead, like, and for my personal experience, when you're a sneakerhead, you gravitate to the popular silhouettes first of all when you start getting into the game, and then you start like diversifying a bit, and all of a sudden you're picking up 6s, 7s, 8s, and then like everything else just comes on board. Like I was always picking up 1s, 3s, and 4s. Then 5s obviously was my favorite when I first picked them up, and then you diversify. Like I started liking 6 a bit more because of the 5, and then the 7s came along, and now the 8s, and then but I always used to like the 11s, 12s, and 13s anyway. So it came naturally. Like, okay, cool. Now I need to pick up these 8s because these 8s are dope, absolutely dope.
Yeah.
So how did you get into the sneaker game yourself, bro?
I mean, I can remember being into sneakers very young, like primary school days. I can remember other kids coming in and, you know, Air Maxes and everyone being like, oh my God, you know. I think the shoe that was the shit at the time was Reebok Ripple. Not the Reebok Workout, the Reebok Ripples. You had... You had the gum sole ones, and they had like the jagged ripples going one way on the front and then going the other way on the back.
Oh yeah,
do you remember those?
I remember those. I remember
they was
Reebok
maybe
Classic.
mids. I think they was mids or something.
Did they came
kind of high?
They came out just after the classics, didn't they? The Reebok Classics.
Yeah, it was the same era where classics were still in plain white classics and things like that.
All black with the gums. Oh, bro!
But then
you're taking me back.
You had like the original, do you remember the 96s? Do you remember the OG 96s? The Air Max? Yeah, those, but they had the gum bottom. Those were the shit. And I remember like, that was like the first pair of shoes that I had where like people would always come up to me and be like, oh bro, those are really nice. Like, do you know what I mean? And I was probably only about 9 at the time. And, you know, I had random people just like, I like your shoes. You know what I mean? And from there, it spiraled into, you know...
It becomes an addiction, bro. Looking for that.
What happened was as well is I was quite lucky. From the age of 14, I started working in a shoe shop, and they didn't pay me because obviously I wasn't allowed to get paid at the time, but they would give me shoes. They would literally say to me, like I'd do 2 days, I think I'd basically do 10 hours over the weekend. And he would say to me every weekend, pick a pair. And so basically I ended up with like a shit ton of shoes at like the age of 14. And
that's the best way, bro.
I was giving them to my friends and, you know, here you go. Some of my friends were like a size 6 and I'd be like, yeah, take a size 8, you grow into it, you know, like.
Yeah.
I just, it spiraled from there. And then I went to...
Hold on. We talk about Reebok Classics, right? Let's just reiterate what we mean by Reebok Classics. This is what we mean by Reebok Classics, bro. Yeah. I remember this.
Those were the shit back in the day with the gum bottom.
Yes,
those were the shit.
100%. And you know what? The pinnacle was this. The pinnacle was always this, right? This white variation with a gum sole.
Oh my God! Yep.
Yes.
Did y'all do the white and gray ones over there? We did the white and grays.
We had every color variation. We had like ice bottom, everything. Yeah. Like we had all of those.
The ice bottom was kind of right before that.
Best thing about those as well is they wasn't like the Nikes of the time that were like £100 back in the 90s and the early 2000s. Yeah, you'd go there, £45, £50, you know, boom, there you go. Like,
I think the problem is I had to sit back and admire from afar because unfortunately yeah, unfortunately, my parents couldn't really afford luxury like that, so I had to just admire. But it's that admiration brings me joy. Yeah, that admiration still brings me joy to look at it and just have a look at all the classic silhouettes that were.
Do you know what? If I could probably find for a good price just an all white pair of classics, I'll probably buy a pair just for nostalgia, bro. You know what I'm saying?
They're sitting there, bro.
We're looking at them right now.
All white without the grey, literally just all white.
They're there, bro.
How much are they for retail now? I can't see the price.
70.
80.
70, that's good. 70, 80 is very good still. I can deal with that. Gum bottom one, I like that.
All white.
Yeah, that variation, just all white. Yeah, I love that.
$80.
Send the link, bro. Send the link.
$80 on Reebok.com.
Reebok workouts as well. Those were another shoe that like every single person. Like I went from my whole secondary school years, from the age of 12 to 16, wearing a black Reebok workout for school.
You know how much love you'll get if you wore a Reebok Classic now. It's ridiculous. Everybody will be like, "Oh, damn! I remember them back in the days." If you're from the era, you know.
But you know what? I think
guess what, bro?
It'd be hard to rock them because you got to people like the fashion police are out here. Like if you wear Adidas with Reebok, yeah, those were the ones, the gum bottoms back in the day that everybody loved.
$85, full size run.
Damn, I might have to.
The only size there's a 12 and a half. The only size ain't available right now.
Damn, I'm gonna have to invest in some Reebok workouts. Look what you guys done.
Bro.
Ones too.
I'm gonna say that Reebok Reebok tag.
Go back to the black ones. Those were the ones that I wore all the time to school, bro.
Shit.
Because you was in my school, you had to wear shoes, but the thing was, I played for the school football team, right? And I was like their star player at the time. So I used to basically get the PE teacher to write me a note and say that I have like blisters on my feet and I need to wear appropriate footwear, to heal. And yeah, so bro, I got away with it for 5 to 6 years. I got away with it, man. But it is what it is.
Bro, all I'm gonna say is right. We haven't talked about Reeboks in ages, but that brings back memories. That definitely brings back memories, 100%. Like it is crazy the era we used to live in. If somebody recognizes you with a Reebok out there, and they're basically like they're from that era. They're from like the 90s, like easily. Definitely. Yeah. But like, who you talk about fashion police? Who's out here telling you what not to wear and what you can wear?
I'm just saying, there's people out here obviously that won't want to wear Reebok because, like, they got to wear Nike with it or something. Because not many people have Reebok clothing anymore. Like this, it's not really a sportswear brand. It's more of a shoe brand. They do clothes obviously in sportswear, but it's not very often you see Reebok.
Did you remember those?
What's something casual instead of it wasn't because Reebok to me, that was that era where we was on big t-shirts,
baggy jeans and yeah. That's what I was about to say. They go well with a pair of jeans, pair of denim jeans,
jersey. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would just say wear them. Like
I mean, me personally, I'm not bothered. I'm just saying probably the reason why they died out and they're not such a fashion statement now is because people just they're going for the hype stuff, and also they just probably don't know how to style it.
No, I would say just Reeboks to me, like always wear what you wear. Like doesn't matter who says anything about you. I like me, bro. Like I always just buy what I want. I don't care about what people say. But I know all the popular kids in my school used to wear Reebok Classics. I was like so jealous, bro. I'm not even joking. But like, it's good that they're sitting there. If you guys want to go and get a pair of Reebok Classics, they're dope. They're 100% dope. Really comfortable as well. I remember specifically like when I was a kid, I was in this like showroom looking at like kind of like this big super mall and stuff like that. And you go in and look at the bed furnitures and kitchen stuff. Yeah. My mum was hunting, and all I had this image was this white Reebok Classic that I really wanted, but we couldn't afford it. So that just brings back memories. 100% brings back memories. It is so dope, such a dope sneaker.
Well, just in case y'all was wondering, Reebok ain't laid down. Like They say y'all want vintage.
Off-white with the blue, yeah.
We got it. Y'all want vintage? Oh, y'all like red now? Y'all like red shoes? We got you.
I'm gonna quickly pull up something, right? Didn't Adidas do a variation of the Reebok sneaker? Was it
the Insta Pump.
No.
Oh no, yeah. They made something very similar to the workout called the Casablanca or something like that. You're right.
That's
Calabasas.
That's
yeah.
it.
That's okay, cool. I'm gonna say quickly, right? I was just looking it up. The Calabasas. We're gonna go into Kanye way more than just touching on it here. But I want to just say, isn't that copying?
There's a lot of it going on these days. So
No.
really...
I'm just saying, like, Kanye's briefly touching on this. Kanye's saying that Adidas is copying his styles and Adidas is copying his silhouettes, but the Calabasas is a direct rip-off from Reebok. So how can you sit there being a hypocrite?
You can argue that as a valid point.
Yeah, but you can say the same thing for Puma too. So
yeah, I know, but the only person that's actually making the most noise is Kanye. But we'll go into that later on because that's a bit of a brief hint into what we will definitely touch this week. But so on that, bro, like, so how did that develop into you picking up sneakers?
Yeah, so like I said, I started picking up obviously shoes at work from a very young age. Didn't really know the value of just gave them away to people, they just was kind of valueless to me. But it was when I went to America, about 14 as well, and we went to New York, and I can't remember the name of the store. I don't know if it was like Flight Club or something, but this was like 2001, something like that maybe. And like, I just remember looking at the shoe rack, bro, and just being like, wow, like, there's not one Reebok on there. It's all Nikes and Jordans. Because the store that I used to work in, it was called TD Sports on Wharf Road. It's shut down now. And they used to only sell like Pumas, a couple of Adidas, Reebok, but they mainly had football boots. So I didn't really see a lot of Jordans. I saw Nikes, but I didn't really see many Jordans. So when I went to America and I saw things like, I don't know, Griffey's, Air Max 96s and all of that kind of stuff, I was just like, wow. And then when I came back, I started to notice other people wearing them. So I was like, oh, I've just not been looking hard enough. Do you know what I mean? And I started to ask people, where did you get those? And they'd say, oh, I got them, I don't know, a million miles away. And I'd save up, bro. And I'd take a train to like Reading, which is like a couple hours away. And I'd, go to a JD or whatever it was at the time. I can't even remember. I think maybe, might have even been like Rhino Sports, like them old ones, Copa Sports and things like that. See, that's when I'd start buying Air Maxes and stuff.
Bro, and this is how I know you're a shoe dog. You're sniffing out those deals, bro. You're sniffing out that sneaker already. But bro,
I used to get a lot of like good shoes as well off the sale rack, because at the time it was just in London. We never really got a lot of it. A lot of it was like outside of London. Do you know what I mean? So you'd have to travel, and a lot of it would sit. A lot of it would, sell out, and there'd be 3 sizes left, and you'd pick them up.
Yeah. Cheap. So that's the same way when Jordans got more popular. I would say like the last 10 to 12 years they got more popular in the UK. Until then, you could still pick up bits here and there, but they've got really popular. That whole push from Jordan brand is actually working worldwide. So you can see the effects of that. But as you're talking, bro.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
All right, cool. What if situation, bro? What if you could go back right this moment in time to when you were 14 years old, right? What would you tell yourself?
Sneaker related or just in general?
No, sneaker related. It's just you could say something in general if you want to, bro. But
keep your shoes. Because I kind of, I didn't see the value. Like, I used to have, no joke, at any one time, like, in my teens, 40 to 50 pairs. And I'd wear one, throw it back in a box. It'd be done with, it's muddy now. I can get another one. And I'd literally end up with black bags, and like my mum would say to me, like, Ben, you need to like give these away to like the homeless or take them to the charity shop or something because you just got too many. And I just go and put them like on the wall outside of my like where I used to live, and like I don't know, somebody used to take them, and yeah, like it was only when I got a little bit older I started thinking to myself, wow, I need to keep certain silhouettes because like that may be a very rare shoe in the future, and it's just nice to have as a keepsake.
Yeah.
So now I always like to keep my old shoes as like a little bit of a keepsake. The oldest pair of shoes I've got is actually from when I'm 3 years old. Little pair of Reebok pumps. I haven't actually got them here, but one day I'll show you. Oh
damn! I was gonna tell you to pull them out.
Tiny, they're literally tiny. They're so cool as well. I've actually got a little pair of Nikes as well. I don't know what they are, but they look like Air Trainers or something. Little baby ones. I need to dig them out and show you guys.
That's good value because when you're younger, you don't really like. I think when we're all younger, we don't really respect what we have until we realize, oh damn, we had that. And this is why I threw that situation at you because like just basically, what would you do what would you tell yourself if you went back? But would your younger self listen to you? that's the question.
Yeah, I probably would have been telling myself to stop wearing your good shit outside.
I was terrible, bro. Like I used to play a lot of soccer, a lot of football, and I'd go and play on the grass in brand new pair of like white Reebok workouts, and once you've done that once, it's like, do I really want to wear them again? They look kind of fucked, you know.
Yeah, when no rejuvenator or crep protector, none of that shit back then.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. There was none of that back then. You're right. There was no way of protecting your creps, man.
I think the more you highlight and respect and bring light to something, it basically becomes you get more knowledge onto it. So this is why other things start opening up, like crep shields, crep what do you call it, crep protect and all of that stuff, or protecting your sneakers, cleaning your sneakers, protecting it from creases, protecting the sole, all of that. Like some of it's a gimmick, definitely some of it's a gimmick, but because your shoes are meant to be worn anyways, but like from that perspective, people that I'm gonna be honest. When I first got into picking up sneakers, and I would say sneakers are quite expensive, and they're still expensive now, even more than before. You probably want to make sure your sneakers don't crease as much or don't like fall apart as much, and this is where you look after them. But right this moment in time, because of the vast amount of sneakers I have, I do still look after them really well, but I don't care if I don't put like a crease protector in my shoe or a sneaker shield at the bottom of it. I'm going to wear it. I'm going to clean it. It's going to be good. See what I'm saying?
Yeah. But it is heartbreaking though when you wear that nice pair and it's like you totally have no thought in your mind that anything's going to happen to those crepes, and literally, I don't know, you're walking down the road and some old lady drops her coffee, bang. It's happened. I went out wearing my heavy Air Max 1s, the Concepts, thinking, it's okay. Like I'm, just going to have one drink with a friend and go home, bro. 30 drinks later, I'm in a nightclub. Yeah, people are talking to you like, yeah, blah, 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 like spilling wine on you, spilling whiskey, everything, bro. I got home and I was just like, you know what? As the biggest mistake I've ever made is not putting something on there before I stepped out.
Damn, bro. Did you clean them?
Yeah.
I cleaned them up. Do you know what? They actually came up perfect. They actually came up perfect. Good material on them.
That's good. I was gonna say, I think I'm the same. Like, I moved away from any protection on the sneakers. Especially, I don't think you need to put any protection on your sneakers if it's leather or patent leather, because basically patent leather wipes off, leather wipes off. What you got to really worry about is the suede and nubuck sneakers. Even nubuck, like, depends on the nubuck. If it's black, it's fine. But if especially suede sneakers, if you're looking to protect it, I moved away from it because, from my perspective, it damages the suede in a way. And I'm not. Yeah, I'm not one of
a residue.
Yeah, it's like waxy residue, and I'm like, nah, I wanna keep it as it is before. I'd rather go and clean it and wash it and like use a new or a suede razor for it, because I don't wanna come into it and the materials ain't soft anymore or plush anymore. This is why I don't wear Crep Protect on my sneakers. I used to. I did silly things like when you first get the things, like, oh, Crep Protect, let me just put Crep Protect on my leather. Why? Why do you want to put Crep Protect on your leather?
One thing I do though with Jordan 1s is like obviously they're leather, you don't really need to do anything to them. One thing I do is I spray a little bit on the tongue and the laces, just so you know. I'm just thinking, because that's usually the one spot that will absorb like a bit of spillage, like if somebody coffee splash or something on it.
Yeah. Q's pulling out something. Q's pulling out something. He's going to showcase something for us.
Ooh, the Bordeaux. Or is that the PSGs? Bordeaux. Oh, PSG.
You see
I
that?
see the tongue.
Look at that toe. Now look at this one.
Does one look pink to me, or am I tripping?
No, it's actually this one. You see how the not Crep Protect, but the Rejuvenator repellent spray stained it.
Oh yeah, you can see the dot.
I see on the front now. Yeah. Right on the front where on the curve.
Yeah, them dark gray looking spots.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this one is how it's supposed to look.
So you only did one shoe?
No, I did both, but it didn't ruin this one. This one is cool.
Messed the other one up. Damn.
Fuck that one all the way up.
Yeah, you can see you can do right the angle there, just on the toe. You got that dark smudge on it. Yeah.
Would you not be able to work that out with like a suede brush or like an eraser?
I already have, because it was worse. It was worse.
Sheesh.
So I already
That's not good. So I moved away from that massively. I think washing and cleaning your sneakers is probably better than using a Crep Protect. And this is why I feel like you can rejuvenate suede if you know how to. I think stuff like that is for newbies, and when you're new to picking up sneakers, you're like, I want to protect my sneaker. I want to, put a tank around it. But then, what's the point of having a sneaker when you don't wear it and you cover it with all that gimmicky stuff like sneakers?
It does come in handy if you are gonna start wearing your sneakers in the winter and it is, in rainy season or whatever. Because the splashing and everything, it really does help not mess material up and get all cruddy and stuff.
I would say if you come to that point, I think planning is better than like Crep Protect or not the Crep Protect. Planning is better than any protection you can put on your sneaker. So if you know it's going to be sunny, you're not guaranteed, but if you know you're going to be indoors and you're going to go to the mall, you're never going to step out in the open as much. Wear what you want. But if you know you're going to go out and it's going to be outside and there's a risk of rain, sleet, snow, thunder, lightning, whatever, just wear something like a pattern leather or a leather sneaker. You're fine. Like I think planning comes a lot, and then like what you do with your shoe, like in terms of your tongue and your laces, that's a good idea actually. Like if you just cover your laces and your tongue, because that's the most susceptible, because obviously the tongue's like more of a nylon.
I've had splashes on like shoes before. I've wiped it off easy, you know what I mean? And then it comes to the tongue and I'm like, oh shit, do you know what I mean? That ain't coming out. It's not coming out.
Yeah.
well, you can always use. I'm gonna go.
You know, like if you drop like curry or coffee or something like that, bro. Paint it, or dye it, yeah.
Paint your diet, bro. Paint your diet. But yes, I feel you, bro. Like basically, you want to. All of us, the sneakerheads, always want to have our sneakers the best they can be in terms of like always keeping it pristine. Because when you step out, you always want to have your sneakers looking the best it can be. Always.
Yeah.
Do you ever wear a certain pair a bit too much and then you look at it and you're like, I think I need to stop wearing them for a while. They're starting to look worn. Yeah, like, and I want to keep them clean. With the blue toes.
Bro. Look, it's not even the toe box. We know the toe box gonna crease, right? It's this.
Oh yeah, I did.
What I hate
did
about
that.
Jordan 1s.
I said,
I
bro,
did that to my shadows.
I gotta stop wearing it, man. I got to.
Bro, when I first got the Shadows came out in 2018. I think when they first came out, I was like, I love this sneaker. I'm in love with this Shadow colorway. I want it. I want to keep wearing it. I wore it for like 2 to 3 weeks, and it's that the back started creasing. Actually, let me grab them. The back started creasing. I was like, yo, damn, I need to stop wearing these as much because I love them so much.
Yeah,
And I was like, no, can't be doing this.
As much as I wear these bloodlines, they didn't crease like that on the back.
Yo,
so I'm gonna keep wearing them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that is nice, bro.
But you can prevent that. You can actually prevent that if you with a sneaker like what do you call them? Like shoehorn. When you put your shoehorn in and you put your sneaker in that
happens mostly from putting them on and taking them off, doesn't it? Stretches
exactly.
It, yeah.
But like the quality on these Shadows, like, oh my god, like this is just crazy, bro. I love this. This is one of my best, and this is why when the Visionaire came out, I wanted it because it's so like the Shadow.
Yeah,
the Rebellion.
But yeah, Rebellion. Yeah. That's what. Yeah, not Visionaire. The Rebellion. Sorry, thanks for the correction, bro. But yeah, but like this is one. I hope they drop this in the next 5 years so I can double up because believe it or not, the Shadows sat in the UK for a little while. And I would have if I was clever, I would have picked up 2-3 pairs of these because I would have rocked all of them, absolutely rocked all of them.
Did they restock even as well, on a sneakers day or a Nike birthday or something last year?
I tried as well.
Them and the Volts or something.
Yeah. But this I wore this continuously for like 2 to 3 weeks, and that caused the back crease there. But like.
Driving doesn't help as well because you're constantly flexing that ankle and
I hate that, bro. You know what the worst thing is with driving is this back heel. Back heel.
Yeah, it goes black. Yeah, all dusty, horrible.
Yeah, that's sneakerhead problems.
Highs are probably the hardest shoe to drive in that I can think of. Like I don't have problems with like how people say the back tab on fours digging to their heel, and like I don't have none of them type of problems.
No. I take my fours off if I have to drive in them. I'd rather drive barefoot, man. Because over here, yeah. I don't know about TJ, but I drive manual. I drive stick.
Stick.
So the left foot is creasing all the time.
Oh, 100%.
You gotta take it off, bro.
I'm gonna show you something, right? And I'm gonna do a review on this in the next couple of weeks to a month, right? I picked up something. This is the first time you guys are gonna see this on the channel. I picked up something, right? And I'm 100% telling you, it's better than this, right? Because when I picked it up, I was like, I was dubious about it. I'm very dubious about it as well. I showed it to Scott. Scott's like, "Are you serious? Like these are gonna these ain't gonna work. Absolutely not gonna work." So what it is it's a sock.
I've seen those, the
crease piece, right? I'm gonna tell you guys that I'm gonna tell you this little sponge thing here. Let me show you, because I wore the Cool Grey Freeze for the first time this week.
The first time I looked at that, I don't know why. I said to myself, that doesn't look like it's going to work.
I think I had the opposite effect when I first saw because I saw it for the first time actually on the podcast a while back when TJ brought it up. I like that idea a lot better than I like the crease protector idea. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm gonna tell you, you can't stop your sneaker from creasing. No way in a million years you can stop your crease from sneaking. The crease is gonna move somewhere else. It always is. Your deflection will always move somewhere else.
Yeah, because your foot got to flex one way or another.
Exactly. But the Cool Grey, this is the Cool Grey Freeze. I wore these. And the way I walk is very fast paced, right? And it's not really great for wearing sneakers, because what happens is this. what happens is you get creases like this on your sneaker. See that?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah,
So
just, barely.
you get creases like that on your sneaker. So in retrospect, right, I think the other side, my left side, the driving side, is way worse. So you get creases like this on your sneaker, right?
Damn.
Yeah. So the way I walk is probably detrimental to my sneakers anyway. Because my girlfriend says I always run through sneakers, but like
You walk on your toes.
Yeah, I walk on my toes way more. But like the cool grey threes, I wore them for the first time. Not only are they comfortable, not only do they protect the sneaker, you can adjust to where you want to place them because it's like a sock on a sock. And you put it at the front and you just slide it in. You got to unlace it a bit more to get your feet in to place it and then lock them in. They are comfortable. They don't hurt. They protect your sneaker. And bro, there's not even one crease on this except for the edge there because that's where it's going to crease. It's going to transfer that crease to the edge. I'm telling you guys, that's the crease you're going to get. You don't get it creased on the toe box. That's the crease you're going to get, and then naturally that's going to happen anyway. Bro, these it will happen with every sneaker shield or crepe crease protector. But this is definitely.
So you've worn the plastic ones and you've worn them, and you're saying those ones definitely light years ahead.
I've worn 3 variations. I've worn the plastic normal sneaker shields. I've not worn King of Trainers version, which is 4 shields. I've worn the Crepe Protect. Don't even get me started with that. That is.
I just got these cheap ones, bro. I don't know where these came from. Or these probably cost me like £2 or something.
I wear.
You can cut them as well.
Exactly. I think maybe I've cut them too far, but every time I drive, it pushes back into my feet.
Yeah.
So basically, and it starts to
hurt.
It starts to hurt. So that's the only problem with that. I don't get the problem with this at all because this is on top of your toes, protecting the thing, and the compaction on it is thick enough to allow you to kind of compact and then sit there. And you can wiggle your toes. It doesn't hurt. Like it's so comfortable. Me and Alex had this idea when we first started talking about having some sort of sock variation with foam in front of it, but they beat us to it, right? But I'm telling you, this is great, absolutely great. I would recommend this to anybody that wants a proper Crepe Protect shield, or not Crepe Protect, or a crease shield. This crease piece is going to cost you a bit, which is about 25 to 30 quid. But I'm telling you, like you can get 4, 5, 6, or 7 of these. That will definitely be it, 100% be it. So I highly recommend that to anybody that wants to get them. But I'll put that out there on my channel on a review in the next couple of months. But I'll show you how you put it in, how you put it in,
what
how
are
you
they
put it
called,
into your
bro?
sneakers.
Crease.
I will send you a link after this, bro. They keep sending me information. You can get replacement socks as well. Obviously, that you need to these are like normal socks. What you do is just basically place this inside. You got left side, you got right side. You place it inside, put it on top of your toes, and basically put in your sneakers. And they are absolutely a godsend at this moment in time, bro. Nice. I cannot say enough highly things about them. They're really good, really good. Cool. But yeah, so in terms of that, yeah, that's fine. But back to your story, bro. Back to your story. So in terms of just what was your first major sneaker that made you realize, yo, I'm talking like you must have been collecting since you were 14. But when did you get your first sneaker and you think, oh my god, this is it?
Like what was your first best
defining
sneaker?
Yeah, defining sneaker. Yeah,
the one that made you feel like, okay, now I know where I want my collection to be, or where I want it to go.
That's a good question because where I want my collection to be and where I want it to go, I don't actually know. Do you know what I mean? It's just, I like a little bit of everything. Some people were Jordan 3 enthusiasts, 6s, 1s. I like a bit of everything. I like Yeezys, I wear 350s, foams, slides, all of that. Air Max. Like I like a bit of everything, but I don't know if I had to pick like my favorite shoe that I ever bought. Like for me personally, one sec, I'll show you.
I'm just gonna say, look at the variety behind you,
Nothing,
bro. Like
nothing hype at all. But this, bro, the
I've seen that
Huarache
before, bro.
Airflight in the Kobe colorway, bro. Like I think. Don't quote me on this. I've seen photos. I don't know if they're real, but he actually played in these.
Yeah, I think he did.
Yeah,
he played in 2Ks and those as far as Huaraches go.
Yeah, and like, yeah, when I bought these, I think I even got these on sale. They was maybe like retail $115 or something like that. I think I paid like £80, £90 or something.
They would, if they released today.
I got so much love for these as well. Like, I don't think I really walked past many people and they weren't staring at my feet. You know what I mean? Like, probably, you know, like, you know, when it's like nobody really was like commenting on them, but you know, you can tell people like really noticed them. Like,
how old would you say that is?
This
I
is.
can't remember when.
Wow, I can't see the tag, but from what I remember,
this has got a side tag on it.
This one's 2015.
Yeah.
2015. I've got another colorway of these as well.
Yeah, we were looking at those a while back on one of the episodes. It was that berry colorway. You remember that, TJ? It's gray.
Yeah.
It's almost like a Bordeaux colorway. It's gray, black, and like burgundy.
Oh, Gino's gonna pull it out now.
No.
I wish you would, because I mean, I just want to.
This is the South Beach.
Yeah, I was about to say that looked like a Miami colorway.
I really like these, man. The details on these are insane. Like, I don't know if you could like see the pattern on the inside and stuff. Beautiful, beautiful shoe. I actually got these VNDS from Collect. £55, I think, shipped. And
is that translucent?
Absolutely, yeah. They used to be like a blue icy, but they've obviously sort of grayed a little. But yeah, these are VNDS apparently, but I honestly can't find any wear on the soles or anything, bro. Like, they are brand new. So yeah, these were still. I love this silhouette. I wish they would, you know, bring out more colorways of these.
I look forward to seeing that on foot too.
This is a 2014. This one.
As you can see, guys, we're not talking to a regular sneakerhead here. We're talking to a proper shoe dog here. We're not talking about no cap. We're not talking about no hype. We're talking about authentic love for sneakers, and this is what we love to see. Like, from my perspective, it's like great to see different variety. Variety is always the key to life. Variety is always the key. Diversity and variety is probably the key essentials that you guys need to have in life. You can always get the Hypest Jordan 4, the Hypest Jordan 1, or the Hypest Jordan 6 or Air Maxes, but sometimes having that subtle colorway that nobody really thinks about makes you a bit more special sometimes. Everybody goes for the hype stuff, so it just becomes common. So we got to really think about, bro, I can get this Huarache high, or I can get this, or I can get Air Trainer, or I can get I can get Georgetown 6, because nobody's going to be wearing a Georgetown 6, or I can get a Jordan 8. It's different, definitely different.
Those are nice. Ooh, are they suede?
Cool, great.
No, Croc. They got Croc on them. Croc and mesh.
No way.
The leather has got the Croc textile on it, and everything else is mesh. These are ridiculous, bro.
Yeah. That's crazy. Almost like a cool gray colorway.
Yeah, but it probably would be cool gray if they didn't have to put the Croc on there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a bunch of dope.
Those are nice,
man.
As we
trying to find the one we was talking about. Go ahead.
As we're talking about hype. It's that time, bro. Lose, choose, or dump. So this week, every time a guest comes on, we always say lose, choose, or dump. All right, cool. Number one is, we'll give you two scenarios. Number one is OG, hype, or regular GRs, right? So what you're losing, what you're choosing, and what you're dumping, and the whole philosophy behind it is, You lose it means you lose it, but everybody else gets it. You choose it, you lose it means you lose it, but everybody else gets it. You choose it, everybody gets it. When you dump it out of history. It does no longer ever exist in history, and everybody forgets about it, right? So you choose a dump. Yeah,
dump the hype.
Instantly.
Dump the hype.
Dump the hype.
What made you say that?
I'll be honest with you, like a lot of the like hype shoes, not all of them. A lot of the hype shoes are ugly, to be honest. Like I find a lot of GRs are better, but the hype behind it, maybe the collaboration or whatever.
Yeah.
It just seems to make people go crazy for it. But I'm not really a hype beast. I don't really like the hype stuff.
I know you are. This is why. When somebody comes onto the show, I kind of know what they're gonna say on that situation because I know them quite well. I knew you was gonna say that. So you're dumping hype, so no hypes no longer exist. Who's got the ice cream man coming through?
Oh, it's outside my house.
Yo, bro, that's childhood stuff. That's proper childhood stuff.
It's the same. Actually, the same guy that was around from like when I was a kid as well, bro. Like he goes around a huge area, like, but I see him everywhere. Like if you live in South London, you've probably seen Mr. Whippy. You know, one of them ones like he's everywhere, bro. Everywhere.
That was just random. Back to the discussion. You dumped hype. Mm-hmm. What are you choosing now? What are you choosing and what are you losing? So what are you losing? GRs or OG?
I choose the OGs.
Okay. Yeah. I knew that was coming. So and it's probably what me and Q. You're very similar to the vein of what me and Q choose. Me and Q will choose OGs. We'll probably lose GRs and we dump hype because like. For us, it's all about history, and just talking about history and talking about storylines. I just want to bring this to your attention. I'm going to kind of understand what you guys think about this current situation with, like, it's not a big cap, but it's a big cap. Like, what do you guys think of this? The whole thing about the Jordan 1 OG skyline.
I like this concept. I really hope for two things, and this just just my creative mind, right? I know there's a mock-up, which is why I'm gonna say what I was about to say. I hope that the colors are more vivid than on this mock-up. Yeah. Because I just feel like it'll look better if it was a little more saturation to the colors.
I agree.
And I also hope they do a gradient outsole because we know they can do it. They do it on the zooms.
Ooh, yeah, but that would be dope. That'd be dope.
And that fade from like that pinkish color to that blue is the exact same fade that's on the bottom of the Zoom Jordan 1s. Not the Zoom Comfort. The you know what I'm talking about, the Zen greens and the iridescent, the racer blue. It's the same pattern on the bottom, bro.
What do you think? I don't mind the sneaker, but what do you think? Like, what do you think in your opinion, Benzino? Before I kind of dive right in.
I really basically just agree with Q. You know, I'd like to see them do a little bit more, you know, with that sole and the color a little bit more vibrant.
Yeah.
It's just too pastel washed kind of like a washed denim kind of dyed look from here. It's just a bit brighter. We'll just make it pop a bit more.
I agree with you guys. I think this is a mock-up. We're going to see better pictures in the near future. Shout out to Z Sneakerheads, always trying to give us all the latest information. But what I don't like about this. And there is a reason why I brought it up. What I don't like about this is it's almost reaching, bro. Because this sneaker is based on the skyline behind the Jordan picture.
I get it. I respect it.
I just think it's just reaching. Like me personally, it's like you're telling a story. This is almost like the Moonlight.
It's a concept though. Is this ain't. Well, I mean,
I think they don't want to put the finished article or whatever they're going to go without because then the Chinese factories and stuff are going to start producing replicas and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I respect that. I totally respect. And so, bro, the Chinese replica is always going to get Z Sneakerhead's picture and do them anyway. Yeah, that's always going to be the case. I mean,
bro,
we know the House of Heat, the situation where they finally stamped House of Heat on the side of the sneaker and actually got and produced it because they thought it was going to be a legit pair.
I respect this. I respect this as a concept. I'm not thinking story on this. Like the Moonlight was a bogus story they came up with. You know what I mean? And listen, the story wasn't the worst. We just know the story wasn't true.
Factual. Yeah, right? Yeah, it wasn't factual.
I think that's what killed that campaign. But as a concept, like, okay, what else can we do with a Jordan 1? And somebody look at this picture. He's wearing ones in the picture. And let's just use the skyline and see what we can come up with. I'm cool with that. You know, it's a decent play off of this picture. You know what I mean?
Okay, that's fine, but it's.
Do you think they look nice with a black bottom, a black midsole, because of the to go with the picture? So
right. I was thinking about that too.
They would just look so much. I don't know.
Defined.
Yeah.
Black midsole with the translucent gradient bottom from the Zoom. Yeah, I think we just came up with a hit together. Nike, come holler at us.
The more I'm looking at it, I'm just thinking, that would look so good on that, really.
I like the shoe. And don't get me wrong. I think the shoe concept is dope, but I'm not feeling the storyline. I think it's almost like reaching at this moment in time.
Because it ain't a story, bro. It's a concept.
Exactly, it's a concept, but it's reaching. We're gonna do a sneaker.
Reaching is the atmosphere and painting it pink because he liked to chew gum. That's a reach. This ain't a reach. Bro.
I'm not. I like the concept. I'm not gonna lie. The Jordan that skyline concept is dope. But like to do that gradient effect is dope. I like the sneaker in itself, but I just think like you could somebody sat there and somebody sat there.
This is the actual picture from the photo shoot. Like that background ain't photoshopped in, you know what I mean?
I know, bro. I know exactly what you mean. But like somebody's like we said a couple of shows back, or even like maybe 10 shows back, somebody's sitting there in their boardroom and looked at the pictures. Oh yeah, let's just use that. Like, come on, come on.
See, if you look at like the creativity of like Nike SB Dunks. Like some of the ideas that they've put out on those shoes are insane. The materials and just the concepts of certain shoes. They need to be a little bit more imaginative with the Jordan 1 range, man.
Exactly what I'm saying. Like you're releasing a Jordan 1 for the sake of it. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Do we need a Skyline Jordan 1? No. Do we need a sneaker that looks like a picture
if
was
you ask
taken
me
in
now? If you ask me now, do I see myself wearing that shoe? The answer is 100% no.
And this is the whole thing. Give us another Rebellionaire. Give us another concept that ties back in. You know what they could have done? They could have done a bread. They could have done a bread toe because he's wearing a bread toe. No, not bread toe. No, black toe. Sorry. They could have done a black toe and put the atmosphere in the insole or on somewhere on that sneaker just to reference.
No, because that's just another black toe.
Yeah, but I'm hinting that I need a black toe back, bro. But yeah, but
you got the shit already. Shit.
But what I'm saying is, like, I understand the concept. I like the concept, but it's just another Jordan 1 for the sake of it. And this is the essential of it is like, I'm not going to be buying that, bro. It might be a women's exclusive, by the way, and it would be adult women's exclusive. But I'm not here looking for a Skyline, bro. I'm not here sitting here looking for a Skyline.
Come on, dog. You can't do that when they give us just a dope colorway with no story, and we love it. So when they try to give us a different concept.
But like, bro, think about it.
You dunking on it, bro. You dunking on it harder than
no. It's to me, it's like half. To me, it's like a half effort. It's like almost a half effort. No. Listen to what I'm gonna say. Like you produce the taxis, no storyline. You produce the Pollens, no storyline. You produce some of the dopest Jordan 1s that recently came out, no storyline. Right? It's fine. That's fine. Produce this gradient. Don't give it a storyline. But if you're going to give it a storyline, commit to the storyline. Don't say, oh, it's a Skyline, but it's got no storyline. It's like either you produce a
it's a colorway concept, bro. It makes sense.
I understand what you're saying, bro. Either you're 100% in or you're 100% out. You can't go 50-50 and make it a weak storyline or weak concept. To me, at this moment, bro. To me, at this moment in time, I'm not okay, cool. We're talking about a mock-up. I might change my mind when I see the real thing.
The trophy line concept is weak. No, I mean we arguing this as is. Like let's assume this is what we getting. I'm not saying I'm gonna buy it. I'm saying I get the concept.
So that's 3 no's, yeah. That's 3 no's.
That's a no for me.
I mean,
and you just said no, bro.
I got the fearless, so I kind of don't need this.
Exactly my point, bro. I've got the fearless, and I'm looking at this. I would rather they drop a top 3, the original top 3, but it's never going to come out. I'd rather they drop a top 3. I'd rather they drop a fearless. I'd rather the LA to try it. But that, to me, has more of a meaning than the skylines. To me personally, bro. I'm still gonna say this. It's a weak concept. It's a weak concept.
I agree.
I'm gonna call out every weak concept we ever see. And I'm gonna call it back to this moment, right? Because if this is a weak concept in your mind, I want to keep track of how you feel about stuff that you think is a strong concept.
Bro,
I get this. I get this 100%.
And this is the few occasions that me and Q don't see eye to eye, and this is how we get.
Hey man,
it's always.
I can agree to disagree. I want to try to understand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I agree to disagree. This is almost like a Denim 1 situation again, where
QQ was like, and what happened?
They sat, bro.
Nah, it ain't about him sitting. It's about what you said.
Oh,
when we first saw, bro. Nah. Benzino.
I'm gonna say.
Nah, hold on. Let me tell you what happened, bro. Let me tell you. Let me tell
you bastard. You absolute bastard. Yo, I would admit it. Right, I'm gonna admit it. I didn't like the pictures. When I saw it in hand, I think they were dope. But it's a very dope sneaker for the female sneakerheads. Very dope. Like I like the execution. The pictures didn't do it justice. I saw it in sneakers and stuff. And my girlfriend actually liked them. She actually thought she would wear them, and then it kind of made me realize, it's a really good concept for the female sneakerheads. They're a very good sneaker for the female sneakerheads. They can rock it, they can style it. You can do a lot of things with the denim.
The fact that it comes with that earring on it told me, nah. That was what.
That's the only thing. That's the only thing I don't like about it.
Yeah. But the thing is, with that, when you saw the pictures, it looked unfinished. It looked like those scraggly bits and stuff like that. It's not like that in real life. The sneakers look really dope in real life. I admittedly say that I didn't feel the pictures. I liked it in hand, and a lot of sneakers recently. It's made me think a lot over the sneakers I bought over the time. Even Travis Scott Air Trainer 1s that I didn't like, and I actually saw them in hand, and I actually love them now. It kind of makes me not want to judge a sneaker before I actually see it. The Denim 1s, hands down, I can say that I did not like the pictures, but in hand, it kind of changed my mind. And I wouldn't get it, but it's a very good sneaker for the female sneakerheads that want it. And I feel that Skyline is similar. I don't understand the concept. I don't like it for myself, but I think it's going to be a great sneaker if they do it for women exclusive sneaker. Let's remember the tie-dye ones that they released that was a women's exclusive, that green and black, similar to that. It's very good for female sneakerheads because it kind of, that if it does come pastely, it's really built for that pastel pink, light blue, very nice, very unique, very subtle for the, it's more like geared towards women's sneakers. But I'm not saying female sneakers are limited to those colorways anyway, but it's very nice for anybody that loves those pinky shades kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But some guys do as well. So
I did find it wasn't the Flight. I was mistaken. It was the Huarache Trainer in this Fireberry colorway.
I used to have a ton of those as a youngster, man. Everyone had them in London.
Yeah, these dope. These probably this probably the best colorway on the Huarache Trainer I ever seen.
There was a ton of colorways on them at one point. They actually re-released them about
4 or 5 years ago, was it?
Yeah, about 4 or 5 years, about 2016, 17. They started releasing limited colorways for a little while.
Those were a bunch of colorways. I think the one I see the most is that black, red, and green, which I really, really don't like. I think that's one of the worst colorways to me. I don't dig the green on it with the black and red.
So we know the show is called The Big Cap. Mm-hmm. So shall we start talking about the big cap? Because it's a huge cap, bro. So you brought this up to my attention, Q, this week. So do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, but we talked about Benzino. We talked about your favorite. You brought out those Kobe. Kobe. So it's fine.
Kobe Hirachis.
Yeah, your Kobe Hirachis highs. That's fine. Okay, cool. Now we talked to what sneaker are you looking forward to before we go to the big cap? What sneaker are you looking forward to for the rest of the year?
Do you know what? I wasn't looking forward to it, but I actually am now. The Chicago.
Oh, okay, cool. What changed your mind? Because what changed your mind?
Just actually like looking at it, because obviously when you hear they're releasing, you see them on all the blog pages and stuff, and you hear everyone going, because of what it is as well, is because of the hype around it. I don't usually like hype stuff, but I don't know what it is. Just after looking at that shoe, I want it. Do you know what I mean?
Bro, you and me are the same person. I maneuver away from hype. I detest hype. It's not because I don't like the sneaker. It's because people do stupid things around hype and crazy things that do. It's like they see a bar of gold and they go crazy for it. And I'm like, it's not that serious. It's not that serious. Trust me, it's not that serious. They will do crazy things to do stupid things that they won't normally do over a pair of a piece of leather and rubber and foam. Like, come on. Like, really? Yeah,
so it makes you laugh.
It makes, and this is why I think all three of us live in that same bubble. Like, okay, cool, it's hype. Well, I'm gonna try for it. If I don't get it, whatever. Like, simple as I'm gonna. And my prime sneaker for that is the Wave Runner. Like when it first came out, the hype behind that, the pre-release for that, the fact that sneaker didn't reach people 6 months later, all of that stuff, bro. I was like, I just did not like that sneaker at all. And then over time, once the hype starts to die down, you're like, you kind of like look at that sneaker a bit more in a different light, and you're like, actually, that's quite dope. I like that.
Yeah.
And then you end up picking it up, and you can pick it up so easily now, which is so good, bro. So good. God, cool.
The hell out of it.
Yeah, bro, but it's good though because that's getting that Yeezy treatment. That's getting that NND treatment. That's getting that everybody deserves treatment. That's the best way. All right, cool. Big cap time. Come on, bro, bring it to us.
Which shoe was it?
Delta, the Delta clots.
That's what it was. So yes. the Jordan hype wave. We know about the 2s. We know about the 4s. We know about 6s even. But for the most part, it's been for Jordan. It's been retros. But now
I thought we was gonna start doing maths. So I thought Q was gonna go 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Go on. I think this is gonna be a good discussion. Like, the strategy that's being used currently is crazy, bro.
Is Jordan using clot to hype this Delta 2 cap, or is it smart business? In your opinion, Benzino?
I think they're definitely using clot to try and boost sales and, make the silhouette more popular, but I don't think it's going to work, bro.
So it's cap.
Mm-hmm.
You calling cap. Because I like these. I don't hate the Delta line. Like the first Delta, there were like 2 other ones that had letters and numbers for the titles.
Yeah,
but Jordan been doing this for a few years now, where they're using React and they coming with just casual, like day-to-day, almost like hiker-ish type of sneakers. You know what I'm saying? And they dope, but I don't remember ever seeing a collab on one of them.
Yeah.
What you think?
I don't know. I'm just looking at the shoe and I'm just thinking, if that never had clock behind it, let's go into the outlet, bro.
Even with the Flint colorway?
Let's go into the outlet, bro.
Yeah, it's too close to Flint 13.
Dope, though.
I don't know.
It
is a nice concept of a shoe. Like, they have put something quite good together, but that doesn't necessarily mean people are gonna, buy it.
To it. Yeah.
The toe box nice though. Oh no, bro. I call cap. I agree with you. I don't think it's gonna work.
I think this is. I think we discussed this a couple of weeks back. It's the same philosophy of the shoe's not really hyped. Nobody's looking for it. Let's before we release loads more models, let's basically drop a lot of collaborations on it. There's 3 distinctive shoes at this moment in time we talk about. One of them is this Delta. The Jordan 2 is another sneaker that not a lot of people. Only if you're a Jordan 2 fan, you pick them up. But if you're not a Jordan 2 connoisseur that picks up Jordan 2s when they come out. Like before the collaborations, we had a lot of Jordan 2s just sit there and all went and sell. Now we're seeing how many, like in this year alone, how many Jordan 2 collaborations have we seen? We
got 2 Unions. We got the Mason Chateau. And we're getting the J Balvin along with the Monnier too.
And then you also sold the Off-White lows, 2 lows last year, right?
And they released them Cheneys. Is it Laura Cheney?
Yeah,
something?
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of them, but there was like a green
Chanel.
low. That's it. Green
Nina
low
Chanel.
and a red high. Nina Chanel. Yeah. That's it.
And also, we're getting the 218 Jordan 2 lows.
Yep, exactly. So
this year.
Exactly. So now, and that's even before they released a regular Jordan 2.
Also, Off-White 2s.
Yeah,
the Off-White 2s last year. So that's a lot of collaborations, and that's a strategy that they've been using recently. That's one. There's also I think the Air Trainers are a bit different because they released the OGs, then they released the Travis Scotts. The Air Maxes before they released any regular Air Max, you had the patterns, the concepts. Then they've released in between. They've released the Matter Roots. They've released the Tree Lines, and then now they got them. Now collaboration. They've got the Tour Yellow. Then they had the South Korean collaboration. Bro, like that's the strategy. That is definitely the strategy going forward. They've done that with the 2s. They've done that with all the lesser models that they know is not going to sell out. They give you collaborations, and then you get hyped on the collaborations even before they release a regular sneaker. They won't do that. I think even the Dunks had that kind of. They had a lot of collaborations in the Dunks, and then they start releasing regular. So anybody that's not looking for a sneaker, they'll just do collaboration after collaboration after collaboration. And then this is why I keep saying it's an oversaturation of collaboration constantly, because you get all of these collaborations, and then at the end of this year they're going to drop a OG Chicago too, which I think a lot of people end up picking up because they're used to 2s. It's just getting you used to the fact that these sneakers are releasing.
Because the last 2 I can remember was that women's 2. They had all the different colors on it.
Yeah. Before that wasn't that a mellow.
That was so long ago. Like but I mean that was what, like 18, 17, something like that.
Yeah, exactly. And that went on sale. That went on sale.
Yeah, and before that women's 2, there was nothing really in between to sustain the 2. But also, and damn it, I forgot what I was gonna say. Go ahead, bro. I had a second point, but
you had the 2.7. You had the 2.7 energy. You had the Travis Scott push some of those 270.
Yeah.
Was it 270? Yeah.
270. That 270 drop, and people bought that shoe. I see a lot of people wearing that shoe, but I don't think it's because of the Travis Scott, because the people that's gonna buy that shoe aren't really sneakerheads. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know any sneakerheads that have any colorways of that 270, but they got the Travis Scott. And truth be told, most people didn't like that Travis Scott. They bought it because of the attachment to him. They didn't like his spin on the shoe or the regular silhouette.
And now,
what was that? The 720 React?
No, yeah. No,
these ones, isn't it?
No. Because it's the next version of that shoe.
I'll pull it up.
Gotcha.
It's the 270 React NRG.
Oh yeah. It's different.
Yeah, because actually
this one's 720s.
I got the Bauhaus.
This is a 270 React. Yeah, this is a 270. Yeah, it's the same shoe. Look, it's just
right.
There you go, bro. That's the one.
But Travis got the next version of it.
Yeah.
He got the second version.
Yeah.
He got the second version of this shoe.
In my head, for some reason, I thought that shoe was the same as the 270 React, but it's totally different.
It is, but it's just the second version.
Yeah.
So a lot of the
same tooling, same setup. They just changed the uppers a little bit.
So we was looking at all the different models. Now we're gonna talk about what recently happened. The Amamanier Airship is another big cap. Like not a lot of people looking for the Airship. They did the two variations of the Airship prior, which is the New Beginnings pack, which we had the Jordan 1 and the Airship, and that was super limited. Then they did the banned variation, which Jordan was the official sneaker that Jordan got banned off from the NBA. That was super limited. Now they released another sneaker, which was the Amamanier Airship, the blue variation, which I don't understand how it's got any connection to Amamanier, but that was limited to 2,300 pairs. That's super limited. And now they're bringing out more variations next year of different colorways for the Airship. I think the Airship's a dope silhouette. I probably end up buying a variation of that to see how it fits on feet. But that to me is a big ass cap because nobody's looking for the sneaker. Nobody was even talking about the Airship.
How much was retail?
$140.
Oh, okay, that's not too bad. I don't know why. For some reason, I had in my head that they was trying to charge like $200 for it or something because it was an.
It would have been worth it at $200, I think.
Yeah. But that's to me is another big cap. Like it's the strategy at this moment in time is the fact that they're releasing all these collaborations to build up and the hype behind it, but also then give you something that you're not familiar with, and then say, here's all the other lot. Here's the regular sneakers. Here you go.
And it's such a big cap because of specifically the Air Max 1 and the Jordan 2.
Yeah.
Had we not seen so many Air Max 1 collabs and Jordan 2 collabs back to back, I don't think we would even be having this conversation.
No. And it almost feels like the Jordan 8 is another thing that's gonna happen too.
I don't think Rui can springboard that silhouette by himself, but because the anniversary is coming, I want 8 collabs. I want to see who can do something different with an 8 because the 8 is already so unique of a silhouette, with the straps. And
has it ever been done before as a collab on an 8?
I don't think so. We got some crazy colorways, like the Peapod and like the Taxi, like the Tinker. But you can't call a Tinker a collab, even though they put his name on it like it's a collab.
Yeah.
But it's Tinker. He kind of is Nike Jordan. You know what I mean? We put him. He's just as much a Nike guy as Phil Knight is, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. But the thing is with the 8s, you don't need a collab to make it awesome because there's so many awesome colorways out there for that. If we do see a collab, that'd be quite interesting to see who does something with it. It's the straps make it unique, so unique that you can do so much with it. I want to see what they do. I want to see if somebody does a collab to it and what they do with it. But I'm here for that, but I'm also here for the OGs, and I'm here for anything that comes out in the 8 variation.
What if they give it the trophy room? Listen. As much shit that because I don't like the trophy room ones, bro. We talking about concepts. That was a weak concept to me. Like I got it, I understood it, but I didn't like the shoe. You know what I mean?
What were you talking about?
The trophy room ones with the glitter and all that shit.
No.
I didn't dig that. But the fives, this trophy room fives, both pairs are bro.
Like, but you're definitely gonna like the trophy room fives. One of them's a light blue, one of them's a raging bull.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like you can't. That was easy. That was a big easy W for them.
Yeah. Oh, bro, I'm gonna say one thing. I still remember to this day, the day I fell in love with a raging bull was and this is me just from my personal perspective, is walking onto that tube, sitting there and seeing a raging bull battered to hell, midsole paint peeling, everything, and I just said, "Wow, that's beautiful." And then 2-3 years later, 4 years later, they released that raging bull. I was like, yeah, that's perfect.
I got 2
Thank
pairs.
you for that. Yeah,
that's nice.
That's the only double up I got in my well. It's the only purposeful double up.
So that's a strategy so far. So is it a big cap in your guys' opinion?
I call it cap, man.
Yeah.
Another one.
Big cap, another one, bro. Like that's what we're seeing. What we see is what we talk about, and what we talk about is what we see. So in reality is, if we're seeing a strategy and we're breaking it down and we're seeing some pattern and constant patterns, then there's definitely somebody out there within the Nike group that's actually producing the strategy to say, well, I know Jordan 2. If we release a Jordan 2 like we did a couple of years back, nobody's gonna like it. So let's do a collaboration. This Air Max, only the London guys feel it, and only Europe feel it. So let's do collaborations. I'm pretty sure the American guys will start to like it.
The collaboration thing's been working well for the SB Dunks, because I don't know if you've noticed, it's like every month there's always a collaboration SB Dunk, and it's good what they're doing though, because they're not just going at it themselves, they're actually giving it to skate shops from all around the world.
That's awesome. And that's awesome.
I can't call it cap. In the dunk situation is a little different because SBs, this is what SB does with the dunk, right? They do it with the other. They don't do it as much with the other silhouettes. They just give those to the skaters and say, "Well, this is the orange capsule. This is your whole."
The whole orange capsule is amazing. Like the fact that they, like you're saying, go to, and that's a bit more special because it's almost like we want to incorporate a different skate shop and help them out, and give them something and give them back to the community. It's like almost like giving back to the community of the skate shops and the skaters, because it's like, yo, take this, do what you want with it, and then come back with the idea. That's awesome. That's not a cap at all.
Even other ones as well, like Polaroid, Barcelona, like St. Patrick's Day. They're not even collabs, but they're just as good as the collabs. Like, so
exactly.
But that trickled over into the non-SB Dunk takeover. After the success of the Chunky Dunky and the Street Hawkers and Civilists and all that, the Bear Bricks, then all of a sudden it's the college pack, and Dunks ain't looked back since then.
I forgot to mention one silhouette that is a big cap as well. I think we forgot about the Cortez.
Huge cap. I'm gonna say it like Donald Trump would say. Huge. The cap is huge.
Fake news.
Huge, bro. I'm talking because the dope mans, we call them in the US dope mans.
Yeah.
The Cortez. What Union did with it, I mean, whether you like it or not, that's cool. But I don't think it hit like they wanted it to hit.
Yep, it didn't. And then they got Sakai on it.
These Sakai's knocked Union out the box, bro. As far as how well the shoe did, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not so quick to call cap. We got to see if they're gonna drop, because they drop OGs periodically. And
I like the Sakai. I like the Sakai Cortez.
When they drop the OG Forrest Gump Cortez, ain't no noise. They drop, they sell slowly until they gone, and then you might not see them again for 2 years.
And the thing is, what I'm talking about when we're talking about cap is the strategy, is the fact that with collaboration,
Stranger Things.
Build up. Yep.
Stranger Things, Cortez weren't the Cortez or the Blazers. They weren't. They hyped it up as much because Stranger Things is huge. But I think Stranger Things fans bought those shoes more than sneakerheads did.
I just kind of the realization is maybe they're using these collaborations to gauge the hype behind the sneaker. Every time there's a collaboration, maybe they're thinking, let's drop a couple of collaborations and see what the demand behind the sneaker is. And if there is demand behind the sneaker, we'll start to release some more silhouettes. So you see the kind of patterns with the patterns, you saw the patterns with the concepts, then you saw a little more collaborations in between with regular releases. That's where the Air Max is. Now you're getting the same thing with the Jordan 2s. You're getting a cool grey Jordan 2 next year. Like
it could be worse, bro. Yeah, Nike could be like Adidas and do South Park, Simpsons, M&M's.
Oh, you don't want to.
And all of those shit collaborations,
that's a huge cap,
bro.
That's a huge cap.
You know what
that's
I mean,
a huge
though?
cap.
But could you imagine Nike doing that shit?
No,
it wouldn't fly well.
It would never happen in a million years, bro. It would never happen in a million years,
bro.
Like, you know what, bro? When they did do it a couple years back, it worked. And I think I don't know what, because remember they did the McDonald's Coming to America thing.
Travis Scott,
yeah. That shit worked. No, I'm talking about the Blazers when they did.
Oh yeah.
That shit worked, bro. They sold out. The merch sold out.
Oh, they had the Nike SB Barts that released recently. Those were pretty good, pretty limited as well.
Yeah, but they didn't call it the Barts.
It wasn't an official.
It wasn't official. We gave it that name. We gave it that name.
They've got the Marge and the Homers from like the 2000s and a long time ago and stuff. But no official collaboration. Whereas Adidas, the box is coming. Simpsons, like
Star Wars, Lego,
Chewbacca. Do you remember the Chewbacca high forums?
Bro, I was about to say that, bro.
God.
I was about to say that.
Oh my!
The only thing I was willing to touch now, them Han Solo ZXs were pretty dope. And I actually tried, and this is gonna shock TJ. I actually tried. I didn't try for them. I actually wanted to get the Darth Vader shell toes.
Now that's a big cap. No, that's a big cap. That's a big cap.
Because I love Star Wars, bro.
Star Wars, if that makes sense.
So I wanted those Darth Vader shell toes, but the swoosh wouldn't let me hit the button on there. I'm telling you that in the back of my mind, bro. I'm battling with myself. Like, hold on, bro. It's Darth Vader. But I'm like, it's shell toes. But it's Darth Vader.
I'm gonna put you in a what if situation, bro. I'm gonna put you in a what if situation. No, I have to now because you just said that. So me and Benzino are sitting there and I'm gonna ask you a question, right? So if you weren't aligned to the swoosh and Nike, this is a what if situation. You've got to be honest, bro. You have to take that Nike affiliation off your DNA and to answer this question. What Adidas or any other variation sneaker would you have copped if you weren't so diehard Jordan and Nike? What sneaker did you really want and you hope that Nike would have actually produced it? I'm talking like Wave Runners, any 350s, ZXs.
I don't really know, like
Bro, this is a question for Q because it's Q's
both.
DNAs.
Yeah, I like both.
I don't think I don't think there's
Spotlight's on you, bro.
anything-
Spotlight's on you, bro.
I don't think there's anything that's gonna really land right there for me. Like, because
That's big cap.
It's
That's
not,
a
bro.
big cap,
You ain't
bro.
even let me finish answering. You trying to call me out of shit in front of Benzino? Like, come on, bro.
Go on. I'll let you answer.
No, because the things that I do like you said, Wave Runner. I like the 700 as the 700, the Adidas Yeezy 700. Like, I don't hate that shoe. Forums, shell toe. I've had shell toes before. I never had a pair of forums, but like Asics, I like Asics gel lights.
Yeah.
I like that silhouette with the Asics logo on it. If you took the Asics logo off and put a swoosh on it, I don't know if I would feel the same way about it. It might just be another Nike shoe to me that I don't care to buy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
it is crazy to think. It is actually crazy to think. Like, imagine the Yeezy was a Nike.
Yeah, I don't know if people would love it like they love it. The Yeezy 700. You know what I'm saying?
People probably maybe drawn more to like Yeezy because it's a variation. They can, it's something different from Nike and Jordan.
Yeah.
I think if he'd kept on with the Yeezy 1 and 2s and Nike gave him the deal he wanted to, I think we've never seen the 350s. We've never seen the 700s. I think basically, I'm going to say this: Kanye leaving Nike was probably the best thing for him because it made him level up. If I'm honest, it made him level up because he now had to do something to be in competition with one of the best brands out there. Not being in that brand. Look, you could be a Nike superstar or a Nike designer or a Nike athlete, and you could just basically release anything you want and not even think about it, and it will still sell. But now you had to move to a different company and go into competition with one of the best companies out there and one of the best companies you want to be associated with. And now you have to bring A game. Because you can't bring B game. You can't bring. I'm gonna call this out. You can't be another designer to go to Adidas and just fade into the background, which a lot of designers have done recently. So you got to bring A game. You got to redesign yourself, and this is why 350 is so significant to Kanye. It is the Jordan 1 for Kanye, and the 700 is a brilliant silhouette for him. He had to do that to compete. Otherwise, this is why I think he had to level up.
I will say,
Pardon me.
I think had Nike given Kanye the keys to his own lab, let's just call it, like a Tinker. Like Tinker sit around drawing shit, and he could just walk up in the building and be like, "Hey, let's make this." You know what I'm saying? And they go say, "Okay, Tinker, what you need?" You know what I'm saying? What type of materials you need? How many people you need on your staff? Like Don C and Fear of God is the only brand new silhouette collab outside of Drake, right? Had they done that for Kanye, he wouldn't have made no 350. He wouldn't have made no 700. He wouldn't have made no 450. It wouldn't look like that. Maybe instead of the 350, he would have gave us a souped up version of the Roshi or something like. Because at the time, that's what he made the 350 to beat the Roshi, and it worked. Like Roshi died soon after 350 dropped. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I wonder, and I wish if I could rewind, I would want Kanye to stay with Nike and get the deal he wanted and have the creative license to design and create whatever type of Nike shoe.
We would have seen a different variation of silhouettes. It might have been awesome, but it might not hit like Adidas Yeezys. But that's a different dimension. That's a different universe for what we got at this moment in time. But we're gonna lead on to that later on the show. But like, I'm pretty sure Nike are like, phew. At this moment in time, I'm just gonna say that. But before we talk about the other big cap, which is Kanye West, let's talk about one other thing that I've noticed. I obviously talk to a lot of the bros outside of all the lives, and something was brought to my attention recently. Scott told me, shout out to the bro Scott, that there seems to be some peaks in these Jordan 3s that are releasing. If you've been around as long as us, what does peaks on the sneaker mean?
That's where the machine cuts the leather.
Yeah, but what's it really associated with when you're doing verifications like 5 years back?
If you got peaks, it's real. If the peaks, depending on, well, I know from 11s. If you're trying to legit check 11s, you're looking at the peaks. How sharp are they? Where's the placement? How clean is the cut? Stuff like that.
Yeah, but when you're looking at 3s and 4s, they used to be associated with UAs, right?
Yeah,
so if you got peaks on, so now some of these threes and 4s seems like they've got peaks. So now, I'm not saying it's happening. I'm just suggesting that some of these companies that used to produce UAs have now been rebranded as authorized under Nike because they produce really good models.
That's a strong possibility.
Yeah. So basically, they're suited to build. Nike's probably approached them and said, "Stop producing new UAs. We give you official contracts." I'm not saying it's happening. That's a big possibility.
I just believe Nike's out there basically going with the cheapest manufacturers. So yeah, it's very possible.
Yeah, but also we've had a whole 6 months to a year of Nike sourcing new suppliers. So if you've got suppliers that are doing UAs that would love to have a Nike contract, and they will guarantee that to alleviate the UAs that's out there, which you're never always going to do, you could just say, all right, you do UAs, but we haven't got a supplier. Potentially, do you want to come in house? And you still have got all the pattern and models, but we make them authorized. But do these little tweaks because we need to make sure it's legit. And we're gonna legit check them. So maybe that was a situation when the Crimson Force came out, when they were seeing loads of issues with the quality checks, and they've now refined that a bit more. This is not me saying this is happening. This is me saying there's a big possibility. Me saying this could happen because with sneakers we're seeing what we used to see as UAs as now becoming a general thing, like peaks on 3s and 4s. Some little bits of the here and there that probably have been refined now, or they've told these companies to upgrade the quality of their lighting so that you don't get the whole issues with the dashes when you kind of put UV levels on them because you can't see the dot. You got to kind of go with all of that stuff. Like they could possibly have just reached out to the UA companies and said, we want to make you official because we're struggling with resourcing official companies, or not official companies. Our manufacturing's down. Go and produce our sneakers from now on, and we'll make you official.
All they would have to do is make sure that the equipment that they're using is up to par, and make sure that they sourcing materials from the same places that they would have at their other factories. That's about it. As long as the infrastructure already there, I can see that happening real easy, man.
Exactly. So that was an interesting discussion with Scott, because like when he was talking about the peaks, I was just instantly thought, yo, if I was in the company and I thought somebody was producing really good UAs, and I'm struggling to find a supplier or to produce my sneakers, I'll just say, all right, cool, I'm going to make a deal with you. Stop producing these fake sneakers and come on board.
No, I mean, I've seen peaks on 4s for a while, and I'm talking about from Hibbett, which is, owned by JD. I don't think I got no 4s from Foot Locker Champs, really. Yeah, but I know definitely DTLR, Jimmy Jazz. I've seen peaks on 4s before. Not anything that's crazy or like out of the ordinary, though. I'm interested in seeing exactly what Scott was seeing.
Yeah.
But you said definitely 3s though. I gotta check. I gotta check some of my 3s though.
Yeah, I think he was talking about the 5 red freeze we're getting. So yeah, it's interesting because basically we're not hearing anything about them any resourcing issues for manufacturers now. So basically that's all been settled. But as part of that process, behind the scenes, something like that could have happened. But it's for their benefit. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying it's almost like killing two birds with one stone. Basically, you're taking away the UA aspect of it and making them legit. But also then you're upgrading them, but then you also got your source for your manufacturer anyway. So in reality, it's a win-win for Nike. But it's interesting to see the strategies behind what's happening in the background because we don't see it. Not a lot of people talk about it, but we just bring it to attention because we're like that.
A lot of the time, also, from what I was like hearing and seeing from social media, a lot of them UA sometimes, like the top tier ones, are actually better than the factory Nikes, and that's how they get caught out sometimes.
Yeah.
So
and then, but like,
kind of makes sense that they'd tool the factory up and just say, do you know what, we'll license you. Here's the material. You have the tooling codes, the sizing charts, etc.
Yeah.
This, here you go.
Make sure they got the right. Make sure they got the right stuff, right machines, right last. They go to materials. The truck will be here in the morning. Y'all get to work. You know what I'm saying?
And talking about strategies, right? This is something I also noticed recently, and I don't know. I need to stop looking at stuff all the time because I always coming up with theories. I'm bad with that. I'm like a conspiracist. So another strategy. Do you notice like this weekend's release? We saw the Black Canvas 4s, and then we saw the Georgetown 6s. One of them's really hyped. One was super hard to get. The other one was the Georgetown 6. So isn't it really interesting that we've seen consecutively? And then we also saw the Nightcraft. I didn't show you guys. Sorry. Totally forgot about this. But the Nightcraft
GPS
general purpose sneaker, right, came out this weekend as well. So I actually managed to cop. But
I like the white one better.
Yeah, the white one does.
White
The white one's. Yeah. But that all three of those sneakers came out this weekend. During this weekend. One of them was super easy to get, which is the Georgetown 6s. If you wanted to get them, you can get them. But the other two was quite semi hard to get. So it almost feels like we're gearing up where everything's direct to customer now from Nike, but they're giving you a variation of choices. So it's like almost like if you don't get the general purpose sneaker, if you don't get the Black Canvas, you can still get the Georgetown 6s because it'd be a consolidation buy, but it's still a great sneaker. See what I'm saying? So it's almost like we'll give you a variation of sneakers. One would be super limited. One would be like an easier cop, and the other one, another one might be just a really hard cop, but you can still get it. But then it feels like they're gearing up every weekend. It feels like that. Like there's a couple of releases. I don't think the 5 and 3s this coming out on this weekend is going to be the same situation. But it feels like every month or every fortnight there's 3 or 4 really big releases, and in between there's really easy cops. So if you don't get a cop, if you don't get the Cortez Sakai, or you don't get the whatever it is that's hyped, like Jordan 4 Black Canvas, you end up getting a Georgetown 6 because it's like, I still got money here, so I might as well just get the Georgetown 6. It's cheaper for one than £200, and it's like, okay, cool, I'll get the Georgetown 6. So
it makes sense because there's a lot of people as well that probably had to choose what they want, like because obviously the way prices are and all of this stuff that's going on at the moment, a lot of people ain't really got £500-600 to say I'll go for all 3 and genuinely want them.
And like it only takes a couple of weeks before all of a sudden you can't cop a sneaker, but said I need to cop a sneaker for this month, and we know sneakerheads, we always need to cop a sneaker every month somehow, some way. But then you end up copying something that's sitting. Like I can tell you like Midnight Navy 6s, Green Bean 5s, French Blue 13s. You got the Desert Elephant 3s. All of these, you even got the stealth ones. All of these sneakers are great sneakers, but they're all sat. Now you're thinking, I couldn't get the Sakai's. I couldn't get the general purpose sneaker. I couldn't get the Black Canvas. I'm not going to pay £300-400 for those sneakers. So I might as well go back and get something that's sitting, and it's quite nice. I might go back something to get something for ENDS. Either way, it feels like a small, like a semi strategy there.
You see the pattern in that though?
Go on.
Stealth 12, Stealth 1, the 6, and what was the other sneaker you said?
Midnight Navy 6, Georgetown 6. There was the French Blue 13s.
French Blue 13, 4 gray shoes.
Yep.
All of them got gray in them, and all of them sat.
Desert Elephant 3s.
Well, no, I was just talking about those 4 in particular because they all gray.
Okay,
like,
cool,
what's is it something about gray sneakers in London that people don't really fuck with like that?
I'm gonna tell everybody this, right? Don't sit on grays because you won't be able to get them in the future, and they'll be stupid, crazy like this. Like this sat, bro. This sat. Can you
gray shoes? Don't usually sit in the US.
Yeah, but I'm saying this sat. I'm gonna tell you, right? This Georgetown 6, right? In the next 2 years, will be stupid, crazy price. I'm not. That's no cap. That's no cap. That's no cap.
It was already up. Not too long after release, after it sold out, it was up. Pretty good number here.
Damn, this thing really drains your battery. I'm on 9%.
I had to go and start wrapping this up.
I could take my headphones out if it still works and plug the charger in.
Just try it. See what happens. But like I'm saying, like gray sneakers, even though we think that they don't, a lot of people don't feel them until they come out, and all of a sudden, what happens is when they come out, they sit, and when they sit, they're like, okay, cool, we won't feel them, we don't like them, and then all of a sudden, what happens after that is they kind of sit there, sell out so silently, and all of the price goes up crazy. So then you're really thinking, oh shit, I should have got it when I had a chance. Then Cool Grey 4, as everybody regrets. Have you seen the Cool Grey 3s? They sat.
They didn't sit here.
Bro, they sat in your Benzino. You remember the Cool Grey 3 sat, yeah?
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Look at the price now.
Yeah, they didn't sit here. They went pretty quick because that was that shoe dropped on my birthday last year, and I was actually at the store. I was just inside the store that I hit at 10 minutes before I got the notification that I won the raffle.
And I'm gonna give you everybody a good piece of advice. Just because it sits, it doesn't mean it ain't heat. And just because it sits now, doesn't mean it's gonna sit forever. And just because it sits now, doesn't mean it's gonna be. Doesn't mean it's gonna stay at above retail or close to retail in 1 or 2 years. Because 1 or 2 years, you're looking at prices about beyond £300 easily.
Yeah,
like the Cool Grey. Yeah,
stuff sitting as a result of the resale game dying down.
Yeah. I'm just literally gonna say the Cool Grey 3s. I could not believe because I put them on feet the other day, and I was like, "Yo, let me." I don't normally do this, but let me see what the resale is, and I was shocked, bro. I was shocked at the fact that they've in excess of £300. Like, when did that happen?
Hey, that's how we know. That's how it works, bro. Like my the shatter backboard, not the OG shatter backboard lows, the ones that came out couple years ago. That shoe is up around $300 something. That was a $90 shoe. That shit sat on the shelf. The same thing with the Royal Toad lows.
Yep.
The camo 10s. Like, you remember when I did that reel, everything I was pulling out, I paid retail or less for, and now the prices on them is crazy. Tinker 3s, the black Tinker 3s. Like,
Yep.
A lot of stuff, man. So yeah, you just gotta buy what you like when it's available, bro. Like, you can't. That's the thing. I think that we all got in common, especially in our group in particular. If you like something and you really want it, if you can go ahead and get it, go ahead and get it. Don't worry about how many pairs sitting or if it's going on. Now, if you think you can wait and get it on sale, you know, if you want to try that strategy, go ahead. That's a good idea to save money. But
I'm gonna just say, like, the biggest W in for me personally is this sneaker. Like I'm gonna just tell you this, right? And I know Q, you already know the answer to this. Look at how stupid the price on this is, right? Could you imagine?
What? What's that size 16 say?
Size 16 is one. No, but
18.
that's a cap. That's a cap.
No, sorry,
That's a cap.
15.
15 is about 1,883. That's a cap, bro. Nobody's gonna buy it for that much. But like, because anybody can dictate the sneaker price on StockX and stuff like that.
Yeah,
But on average, on average that sells about 250, right? 250 to 300. Now, bro, I cop 2 in my size. That sneaker went on sale for £80. I like that sneaker, but I didn't like it enough to cop it for retail. It sat, and I got one for £80. I got a second one for £50, and I got and then when I got it, people were asking me about it, and I actually ended up getting 3 more pairs. I think 7.5, 6.5, 7.5, and 8.5, all for £50, bro. Like, and I gave it to people for £50. Now that to me is a symbology of, if you can wait for a sneaker to go on sale, go and get it. But if you can't, if you really want it, go and get it. Like in retrospect, sneakers are like coins, as like mintage. They will go up in price the less circulation of sneakers there are in stock. So it's always going to happen. Like you were talking about all of the sneakers that we talked about, the grey sneakers. That whole situation is going to happen with the cool greys, with the cool grey 3s, the cool grey 4s, the cool grey 11s. All of that's going to always happen, because as soon as they come out, nobody feels them. They sit around for a little while, and all of a sudden, like, you sit around, you sleep on it, and 1 or 2 years after, when you think, oh yeah, I can still get that for retail. No. Retail and plus another retail on top of it, double the price.
Mm-hmm.
So on that, like, constantly get what you want, buy what you like, and wear what you want, because don't get caught out. I'm just saying, don't get caught out. Like, it is stupid out here when it comes to resale. So if you like a sneaker, you might not be able to afford it now, but if it's still sitting, go in for it in the next 6 months. If it's still sitting, that's what I say.
Also don't be scared to go for VNDS as well.
That's great shout.
Yeah.
Don't go.
You save money. VNDS. I've done that quite a lot in the past year.
Yeah.
So
okay. So last segment of this show, and this is probably the best one. This is the biggest cap of all. So, bros, what's happening with Mr. Kanye West, bro? Mr. Yeezy himself, Mr. I want it all. That's the way I'm looking at it.
Throwing another tantrum.
I'm gonna pull this up. I think it's a strategy. I think it's a takeover. I think it's a move. The reason why I think that is because of this. In 2020, Kanye West did say he's not going to stop wearing Jordans until he's on Adidas's board.
Mm-hmm.
So that in itself, that to me just shows that Mr. West is clearing out the deadwood before he starts to demand that he wants to be on that board. He wants to be part of that share ownership. He wants Yeezy to be the front. He obviously Yeezy's the front runner, but he wants Yeezy and Kanye to be on that board to make those decisions. That to me is why he's going at he went at Casper, the CEO for Adidas. That's why I think he left, like you said, Q, last week. Now he's going after somebody else, which is another person that he probably doesn't like. And he's basically said, I'm making billions for you. He's basically even said, if you get rid of me, it's going to cost you billions. To keep me, it's going to cost you billions. And this is it. This is the reason why, because he wants to be part of Adidas's board.
Man, I've been telling y'all for what, 2 months now?
Yeah.
Cut, bro. Y'all, you got the same. Well, no. Actually, it's not the same thing you said the first time. The first time you were saying you thought it was an Adidas Kanye collaborative effort as far as marketing, but this ain't that. Like Kanye, can't nobody tell Kanye nothing, bro.
It's
he
bigger
gonna say
than
what
that.
he want to say. He gonna do whatever he want to do as long as it's legal, bro.
So
Come on, dog. This what he do, bro. We've been seeing this.
I think this week he's going after Adidas. Next week he's going after Gap because I think he's got some issues with Gap. But are we interested to see next week because he's given Adidas until Tuesday. But by the time you're watching this, you probably know what's going to happen with this thing because we're recording on Sunday. But I'm just really interested to see what direction it's taking. It's bigger than what we actually thought. If he's clearing out the deadwood in Adidas as we speak, there's only one thing: is either a takeover or a consolidation of his move to get into that board. He ain't gonna stop until he gets there, bro, because he knows how much value that is. If you're on that board, you have semi-control of that company.
Yeah. I don't know, bro. I mean, if you just look at it like this, would Adidas be anything it is today without Kanye?
No.
I don't think he would. So I think he knows he holds a lot of weight in that company and he's a huge asset. And I think he's basically just digging his heels in and saying, you know, straight up, give me what I deserve or I'll go elsewhere and, you know, you end up third to Puma and fucking Nike.
Oh, it's going to, if he leaves, if that ever happens and Adidas lose Kanye, it's going to take him back. It's just going to.
Do you think Kanye though? Do you think if he left Adidas and like collabed with another sportswear brand, do you think he would like do something?
He won't
go with like Under Armour or someone like that.
No. I Scott's put this right, and me and Scott been discussing this for months now.
He'll go solo.
Yep, he'll go solo.
Yeah,
he owns 100%
he is a brand.
Yeezy.
He is a brand,
and Yeezy is a brand. Yeezy he's sharpened these tools at Nike. He sharpened these tools at Adidas. He's literally saying stuff like you're stealing. You literally is saying people in Adidas are going behind his back and stealing his ideas from all the warehouses. That's bringing more credibility to what Q you were saying last time. I don't. The reason why I thought the way I did think back a couple of months back was because I didn't understand why you could do a tubular and you could do all these different variations that look similar to Yeezys for years and then pipe up right this moment in time. I thought it was a move for something, and this seems like it's a move for something. And this is the move for something. It's that getting onto that board, having more ownership, having more say on the company of or Adidas at the moment. So I feel like that's the move he's doing. That's the move he's maneuvering. Either it's a takeover, which is probably impossible because Adidas is huge, but we're talking about Yeezy, which is huge as well. We're talking about billionaire money at the moment, or he's vying to go on that board. And ironically, I won't be surprised in the next 10 years if Yeezy buys out Adidas. If he gets that clout.
I got 2 words for y'all. Ye did.
Yo. He's maneuvering. He's strategizing, and it's going to be interesting to see what he does because, bro, if it goes that way, you've literally got Kanye controlling Adidas as a brand. Because if Adidas lose Kanye and Yeezy, I don't know where they'll be.
It's true.
They'll be in the
hot water. Yeah,
they'll
be in real hot water.
And you know when we say he holds all the cards, he holds all the aces. Kanye knows that. He knows
the Jokers.
Yeah.
And the Jokers. Bro, and the Jokers, bro. He knows that massively. He knows how much power he holds. He knows Adidas can't do nothing without him. In terms of the hype, because he brings it. Like I'm just saying, he knows his value. He at this moment in time, he knows he's a valuable asset to Adidas, so he's playing his cards.
Yeah, as he should. I can't disagree with him. You know, I'm not a Yeezy guy, not an Adidas guy, but at this point, Kanye is making sense. Like I've never agreed with him just because.
Yeah.
But he's been making sense these last few controversies. So I'm kind of on his side. Well, once again, I found myself on his side.
You know what? The reason why I said before that Nike's probably like, yeah, allow Kanye, because if he was, imagine he tried to pull this stunt with Nike.
It'd be over with.
He can't though, because Nike's got his own, Nike's got this whole own strategy of all these different silhouettes, which Adidas don't, because we talked about it last week. Like Dunks, we're talking about Jordans, we're talking about Air Maxes, we're talking about all these different silhouettes and variations they can play with that Adidas can't. And Adidas is like Yeezy, some Pharrell here, Yeezy, some Ferragamo here, but it's all Yeezy. Every nearly 80% of the releases on the confirmed app, Adidas confirmed app, are Yeezys. So like, this is interesting. I know. I think Kanye knows Adidas is a dying brand as we speak, and he's holding them up. So he's playing his game.
I bet you Kanye got a pair of them threes already.
Bro, bro. All fair to him. All fair to him. If he,
I bet he got Cherry 11s already. He got Chicago's. He got the ones and the twos already.
He's got the Khaled 5s already as well.
Yeah, of course. We know that. We know that.
He rock him at his next concert. Okay, that was the big cap. But I think I agree with Q. What do you think, Benzino? What the situation? What do you think is going to happen in the next 5 years, because his contract runs out in 2026?
Really, 3.5 years.
3.5 years.
I reckon he's going to do what either you or Q said and try and go independent with Yeezy as a brand.
So you think Adidas not going to be able to hold him? Do you want Adidas to hold him?
If they do give in to his demands, it's going to make them look like, pussies a little bit. Yeah. So
I didn't want to say it. But you said it
from
right
a corporate standpoint, they're basically gonna have to do the same thing, dig their heels in and say, nah, like, we'll give you what you want possibly, but you're gonna have to jump through this fiery hoop and cross this treacherous path, and there's gonna be a lot of stuff that you ain't gonna want to bite.
Yeah.
Right. Cool.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you a history behind Kanye. He did this with Def Jam. He went into the boardroom, demanded 100 million. They gave it to him. Like, he knows his value. He knows he's. And if you don't follow the hip hop game, that actually happened. He knows his value. He knows where he stands. He's not dumb. It might seem like it might come across that he's erratic. He's bipolar. I don't think he is, bro. I think he exactly knows what he's doing. Now
he's bipolar and erratic, but he's still smart.
He's very smart.
He's very misunderstood and intelligent.
Yeah, he's very intelligent. And when he rants, and when you see somebody rant and passionately rant like he does,
it's
and
emotion.
it's raw emotion.
Passion could be misconstrued for anger all the time.
Exactly. A lot of people that don't understand the situation or don't understand him mock him, but then when you break down the barriers and break down what he's saying, you understand exactly what he means. And he said that to Sway. He said that to a couple of interviews. He says what he says, and I know he's very erratic. Sometimes it makes sense, sometimes he doesn't. And he's a very passionate person. But when you see the end and be all, he's a very smart person. He knows he would not be a billionaire if he wasn't smart. Let's just put it that way. But he's basically doing what he did with Def Jam with Adidas at this moment in time. And he's not talking 100 million, he's talking billions. It's like, I'm going to go into your boardroom and demand billions to keep me. If you want me, you pay me.
Do you know what? Thinking about it, Adidas have just lost their biggest market, which was Russia.
Yeah.
Huge, huge sales out there. So I think they kind of gonna need someone to keep the brand relevant, because if they lose Kanye, they've lost their like who's buying Adidas if you're not buying Yeezy, or no one really wears clothing from Adidas too tough, like other than over in Russia, because that's where they're selling a lot of their fashion.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The Yeezy brand is just kind of universal. It's all over the world. It's every continent, literally.
And Yeezy ain't dropping. He ain't dropping apparel as much as he dropping sneakers.
Yeah. And it's the really interesting thing is you got Fear of God there, which I haven't seen a lot of. Pharrell, he's Pharrell's Pharrell. He's doing what he does, and some of it's good, some of it's really nice, some of it's just regular NMD stuff.
Yeah.
Then you've got Sean Weatherspoon who's on this vegan trail, and vegan shoes and super surfers and stuff like that. So super turfs and stuff like that. So in terms of that, nobody's hitting Kanye level. So yep, he's got them by the balls, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like,
And
even Gucci, they done a collab with Gucci recently, didn't they? Like,
oh
yeah,
that kind of just came and went, absolutely no hype whatsoever.
But they did the Gucci Gazelle, like the sneaker that always sits and goes on sale. I know it's Gucci. I know I like it, but it's not. Now, imagine if they did Gucci Yeezy 350, or they did a Wave Run, or a Wave Runner, or a Balenciaga Wave Runner.
Could you imagine the price?
It's out of there. It's gonna sell out. It wouldn't matter how much.
480 £480 Wave Runner.
That's like Dior doing the Jordan 1, like that they did. But like, is that why he's irritated that he can't get these brands on board on Yeezy, or is he just like monodical, like he just doesn't want a collaboration on Yeezy brand? I don't know. Maybe he wants to do a collaboration outside when he's not got contracted to Adidas. Basically, he wants what he wants. He wants to be independent, but still get the royalties from Adidas and still be on their board.
One thing I think of is like, I don't believe everything he says sometimes, because some of the things that he says Adidas are doing, like, these are serious lawsuits that, would be happening if they was, genuine accusations. Things like on Yeezy Day, he didn't authorize any of the restocks on the slides and the Wave Runners and all that. They basically done it without his knowledge. And so I believe somewhere in his contract, they've got the right to either do that or he's capping, bro. Like, it's one of the two, because obviously these would be big lawsuits otherwise.
Well, it's big cap then.
This is why it's called the big cap.
If it ain't a big lawsuit, it's big cap.
It just feels like he's talking out of his ass, really.
We can just sit here. We can speculate all day long, but we can sit here and let it all unravel. Because by Tuesday we'll know the situation. And by Tuesday we'll know what's happening. Because if he's threatening a lawsuit against Adidas to free him from his contract because of the issues that he's had, then maybe he's fine that. So, and we'll find out by Tuesday. It's either Adidas is going to give in and give him all the billions he wants, or he's basically gonna leave Adidas and start his own company.
Be interesting to see. Oh my God, bro! Do you know what they should be called? They should be called the slide tacklers. They look like football boots. They look like
tacklers. Slide tacklers.
They look like the sort of shoes somebody used to wear at school and play soccer on the field.
Are we big capping, yeah? Now at this moment in time, we're big capping, yeah.
Yeah, those are disgusting, bro.
Look, bro, look. Full size run, right? These are available. Full size run. But the Gazelles, the Gazelles are actually selling out. They're not complete, like there's a bunch of small sizes available, but adult sizes in the Gazelles are gone. And this trash is just sitting here, bro. That's why I had to throw this up there.
Imagine somebody wearing a beautiful, I don't know, Izzy Miyake suit or something like that, and then wearing those.
Come on, bro.
What the?
And these men's. Look at this stance, bro. This stance is ugly, bro. This like, come on, dog. What you doing?
You said look at the stance. Oh shit.
Look at the knees, bro. These ain't. If you got knees like this, maybe you can get away with it. My knees ain't built like that. I can't wear it because you gotta be able to do this stance. If you got, come on, bro.
All right, cool. Now you think that's a big cap, yeah? You think I can trump you on that, bro? You ready?
Come on with it.
Good
Lord
God.
have mercy, Jesus. This is not real. This ain't real, bro.
Yo. This is fake, but this is a concept. Basically, this is a bottle concept slide, and basically it's bottle slippers concept by Neo Dazzler. So basically, if this is coming true, bro.
Jeez.
Shit. And I won't be surprised if Balenciaga pull this out, bro.
Do you know what though? Do you know what's crazy? Like that's actually an idea that's definitely like been stolen from somewhere in the world. You know, like somewhere in the world, there's people living not as well off as others.
Right.
And this is what they happen to wear on their feet. And these culture vultures have just basically jumped upon it, bro.
Yeah, that's easy
bro,
to believe, bro. Really.
I remember 5 years ago there was this show in Africa. Basically somebody went down and went around tour in Africa, and they went to this place in somewhere in Africa where they were literally using to recycle tires to cut out these done up tires to make them into slippers. Yo, bro, like you are right. You just basically nailed the nail in the coffin on that one. Basically, it is culture vulture. Literally, this concept, this everyday use concept, is done in poorer countries, and now they're fashioning it.
The fact that the guy's wearing white socks really gives me anxiety, though, bro. Yo, it looks like he's got like a cow hoof.
Bro, socks with flip flops is nasty, bro. Like this is super duper nasty, dog. Like how you do you tuck the sock in between your toes before you come on, bro.
That looks uncomfortable, bro. His middle toe looks uncomfortable.
That's nasty.
And I told you, I never showed you this week because I saw it earlier this week. And I told you I could outdo your one, and that was definitely outdoing your one because that is horrible, bro.
That's nasty.
That is horrible. But yeah, we can always say this: the bigger brands are culture vultures. They're always going to be culture vultures, and from my perspective, because basically they always take a design, deconstruct it, take an idea, use it again. Last week we saw the shoelace earrings. This week we're seeing bottle cap to slippers. And what next, bro? What next?
I mean,
this is ridiculous.
I mean, look at Kanye, bro. Like that. Was it Gap or whatever? There's homeless people looking clothes. Like, no disrespect to people that are homeless, but the clothes look like they've had a good,
remember the Chuck Taylor?
Before they were sold. Like, they're all ripped and dirty.
Yeah, remember the Chuck Taylors? The Chuck Taylors.
Stop, TJ. Stop calling that shoe a Chuck Taylor, bro. It's not, dog. You disrespecting the Chuck Taylor, bro.
Didn't Balenciaga?
That's what he's talking about.
So,
Balenciaga.
It was all burnt though, like it was just threads hanging together.
That's what he's talking about. It's not. That's not a Chuck.
I correct myself. The Balenciaga Chuck Taylor.
It's not a Chuck Taylor, bro.
The Balenciaga chuck it in the bin.
Right. when you say Chuck Taylor, you make it seem like it's an actual Converse collab. Converse has nothing to do with that, bro.
Did they not?
Let's just call it the Balenciaga garbage canvas basketball shoe.
Chuck it in the bin.
Matter of fact,
chuck it in the bin. God!
Chuck it in the bin is a go for real.
I it's so horrible. I can't remember the designer name. That's why I call them the Chuck Taylors.
we know it's bullshit, Siaga. Bullshit,
Balenciagas.
Oh my.
That's horrible. That is so horrible.
Trash.
You can tell we're not high end fashion guys. We just love casual stuff because that is a big cap. That is literally horrible. Mason Margiela, Balenciaga, Gap. You all need to be taken to sneaker.
They call it the Paris high top.
Parasite top. Oh yeah, I remember that. It's literally a proper rip-off. It's a proper rip-off. Like
it's based on the Chuck Taylor, but Converse ain't got nothing to do with it.
Oh, by the way, congratulations to John Geiger for doing that settlement with Nike. He actually had to modify his GFO ones to make sure. Yeah, so he modified them to make them his own. But it's good to see that he can kind of produce those GFO ones without any hassle from Nike now.
Yeah, because he was biting. Come on, bro. All right. All right, we ain't got to talk about that.
So, last segment, and you know what time it is, guys. You know what we're coming with, and you know what Benzino's coming with today. So let's get into Sneaker Court.
When resale is too high.
Damn, resellers. Order.
When hype beats go too far.
These damn hype beasts. Order in the court. Order.
When the back door opens.
Guilty.
It's time for
Order in the court.
the sneaker court of public
Guilty.
opinion.
Hey. Guilty. All right, cool. Sneaker court of public opinion. I'm trying to put my wheel on probably. Sneaker court of public opinion, and all the time we always ask the guests to bring something on. But before we do that, Q, what's your executioner device this week? Because you always bring something different.
It's a little blast from the past, but I got a new one this time.
What the hell is that, bro?
You know what it is.
Oh, it's a
meat
mincer.
tenderizer, isn't it?
But this one got the flat side on it, just in case. Just
Blunt
in case
force trauma.
Yeah, a little more blunt. You know what I'm saying?
Blunt.
This,
so
this the interrogation side. This is the torture side for when you get sentenced.
So because you're the guest, bro, I'm gonna let you basically give us our kind of what do you call it? Our case this week. So what is it this week, bro? Who are you taking to court?
Offspring.
Oh, shit.
Oh, controversial, bro. Controversial.
What's the Offspring done now? Because truth be told, I don't fuck with Offspring because of the shipping issue. They don't ship to the US. I could buy a t-shirt, but I can't buy a pair of shoes. So,
Really?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
I think this is long overdue. I think this one's long overdue for Q.
No, I mean, outside of that, I ain't got no issue with them, but I have heard things about the type of stuff they do over there in the UK. But what's up with Offspring, Busy? Why they got to go to court?
Basically, they're masquerading as a community, bro, and they really ain't a community. It's a close-knit group of people, you know, that basically you're rewarded on your worth to them. If you've got 30 followers and whatever, they're just, you know what I'm saying? You ain't getting anything if you enter their raffles. Week in, week out, you see the same people. Thank you, Offspring. Like, I just don't like the way they're masquerading as a community. It's a close-knit group of friends. Like, so say, for example, you've never copped from Offspring before. You got zero chance, bro. Like, literally. And the thing that gets on my nose as well is it's like you're rewarded on how much you basically beg them. Do you know what I mean?
What?
Like, if you really want the pair of shoes, you're not really going to get them. But, like, if you send them a little DM or something and say, oh, bro, it's my birthday next week, I really want them, they'll sort you out. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of dodgy stuff that goes on, you know. They got a lot of little group chats and things like that where they sort each other out, and just as someone claiming community, bro, like they need to just.
So you're basically saying they're a it's a I don't want to say boys club, but it's a sneaker club.
It's like a cult. It's like a cult. It's like if you want to be part of us and you want to get somewhere, these are the requirements. And the requirements are, you know, you have to like and comment on every single post, tag us in everything, you know. That's not like Foot Locker don't do these things, N don't do these things, SNS don't do these things. And like, yeah, just I feel like Offspring take away from the sneaker community more than they add. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
no newbies can join. The door's closed.
That's not cool, bro. That's not cool at all.
What's gone?
I entered their raffles for about a year, and I never got nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing. Not one.
Good. Okay. And stuff with stuff sitting over there. Is it? I don't see how you could enter raffles for a whole year at a local shop and not hit anything.
Mm-hmm.
It got to be some foul play involved with that, bro.
And it was like after every L, I'd see the same people week in, week out. Oh, thank you, Offspring. Like, and it was infuriating a little bit. I wasn't jealous. I was just, like, why can they? Why can they buy and I can't? Like I have to beg you to take my money. Like, what's all that about?
It was really interesting when the Travis Scott Air Trainer ones came out. I went in for the raffle. I didn't get the raffle, and then all of a sudden they were on their shop floor, and I was like weird. It kind of gave me a weird feeling. It's like, all right, cool. Well, you didn't really, and I did a little reel to mock them as well. Basically, I said, oh look, I don't give a shit if I don't get these air trainers. I'll got all these other air trainers, and it was a bit of a little jab as well to say, well, I actually like air trainers. I actually pick up the OGs that are actually still sitting. You don't want to give me like a Travis Scott, and it's fine because I actually managed to double up on it, and it doesn't matter. Like I don't need a company or a person to give me help. I can do it myself, and this is always my motto.
Wait a minute. So you entered the raffle,
for
the trainers that then were sitting on the shelf.
No, they kept after. Yeah, exactly.
So how did you not win the raffle if the shoe ended up sitting on the shelf?
Exactly.
You told me that. You told me, bro. You told me.
Because the people that they want to win the raffles probably didn't try for that shoe.
Or basically they tried. They felt they tried, then they didn't like it, and then they just left it.
No. You are not a part of the Offspring community, so you don't get to win a raffle. But had somebody that they acknowledge,
I have won. I won the British Khaki Sixes off them and the UNC Ford, but that was when they first came out. It was a couple of years back. That was a picture thing. You had to kind of show what you had. So I showed some fours, and I actually saw some fours and sixes, and I won them. I think they at that time they wanted to make you wear the pairs as well, and they don't do that anymore. Like you don't need to wear the pair, but like
they wear the pair shit. Yeah, that's come on, bro.
Yeah. So no, I'm at all biased for them or against them. I think in some points I agree with you, Benzino, but like also like I don't feel like I don't personally feel it's a community. Like you say, I do agree with that point. I do agree with the fact that, and I'm not scared to say it. Like I don't hide behind like anybody. Like I will still apply for raffles if I get a chance. I get a chance, but at the end of the day, it doesn't feel like a community. 100% doesn't feel like a community. It feels like a club or a like you said, a cult. And yeah, you definitely do see the same regular people always constantly win. And it does it kind of does get infuriating, but also the fact that when you do apply for a raffle and you don't win, and then you see the sneaker on the shelf the next day, you're like, okay, cool. Then what? Why are the sneakers sitting in your store, in the same store that's raffling them, for pickup? But then
I don't think that's an Offspring problem though, because that happens in End and SNS sometimes as well.
Yeah. Cool.
When they go on shelf.
Yeah, but you can understand the End situation and the size situation because they probably tried a raffle. People they tried a raffle. It was if it's an in-store pickup, the people didn't pick it up. And then but you don't understand the Offspring one because if you get a DM from Offspring, you got to pick it up. Otherwise, you're banned in the future. So people must have to go and pick it up. So why are there still pairs on your shelf? That makes no sense at all.
Because I think what Benzino said already gave us the reason why. Because people that they want to win will win. Because you are not one of those people that they wanted to have this collab that they wanted to be way more hype than it actually was, you didn't win an in-store pickup raffle.
Yeah, but I
So-
still got them. That's the
Yeah.
thing. Like you can't stop you, especially me. You can't stop me getting the sneaker I want. I will go.
No.
Even if it means I'll get it.
No, that's beside the point, because like we know how to maneuver.
Yeah.
You know, when you feel like it's out there, you got to go out there and get it, right?
Yeah,
But I mean, being spoke on, catching a train to go 2 hours away to find sneakers. Like if you want it that bad, you can go out there and find it. But
Yeah.
for you to enter a raffle, an in-store raffle, not hit, and then come and end up seeing pairs on the shelf, that's fishy, bro.
Also, we've seen recently the fact that some of the pairs are given out to other people recently have ended up on eBay and they've been showing up basically names. I do really feel people feel a certain way about Offspring. They do feel a certain way about Offspring. I don't think it's a good thing in reality.
No.
But the thing is, you got to remember, it's their brand. They do what they want. Offspring is part of Office anyway, because it's a side thing to Office. So they do what they want for what they feel is right for the brand and be an end all. But some people like it, some people hate it, and this is the court of public opinion. So the public opinion of Offspring is, you're right. You are the public, bro, and I would say definitely. They haven't got really high opinion with a lot of people. I'm going to tell you one thing. I was in Offspring for the release for the Travis Scott one, so went with Scott. I can say this 100%, bro. There was resellers asking for pairs of stealths. And they approached us. One of them approached us and said, can you use my card to buy these Jordan 1 stealths?
This is the thing. The Offspring know the resellers, bro, because when these people get like these Travis Scotts and they're worth $2,000 and they get caught selling them on eBay, like they all say the same thing. I don't care if I get banned, I'll just make another account.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's like nobody really takes it serious. And also all their little rules as well is it's like you're not allowed to swap pairs, you're not allowed to size swap with people, you're not allowed to sell them. Oh, bro, whose money did I spend on them? Mine or yours? Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Final sales on the receipt means that's my property now to do what I want with it.
Yeah.
But the reselling thing, it don't really combat the problem by telling people, oh yeah, we might suggest that you have to wear a previous pair that you won from us and all of that. Doesn't stop it.
I'm not gonna lie. Ever since I've known Offspring,
sorry to cut you. There was people known from Offspring, right? To when they won a pair, they would sell them on eBay or whatever, and then buy the cheapest UA, so that when Offspring said, "Could you wear the previous win?" they'd turn up in the UAs for half the price. So there's all kind of malarkey.
Bro, I was about to say, I was literally about to say that I know rumors of rumors. I know there's no proof behind it. That's another rumor. One of the other rumors is that people get multiple pairs, favorite people get multiple pairs, blah this, blah that, blah this, blah that. Like there is a lot of, I feel the whole misconception with Offspring is favoritism, and like what you said originally is what the value they bring to the company themselves. So I think that does exist, and I think that does exist on a whole load of companies out there. But the thing is, when you put yourself out there for the community and you say for the community, and in realism terms, you're just like every other average retailer that wants to give them the favorite people, the favorite sneakers that they want, and stuff, blah this, blah that. When you identify yourself as something special and something unique for all the people, but then you found out to be exactly the same. With every other retailer, then you're basically you put yourself out there for the wrong reasons. Because now we don't talk about sorry bro, we don't talk about End or Size or any other retailer like that, because basically they don't come out and say we're here for the community.
Yeah, that's the thing.
So, and if Offspring didn't say they were here for the community, or what defines the community? What defines the community? We do. We as sneakerheads defines the community, and the community is always inclusive, not exclusive. That's how it should be always. So if you can't define yourself as that, then you're either a club or a cult. Like you just said.
Hey, Offspring, we got a podcast. Give Benzino all the fucking shoes he want. You know what? Don't worry about it. Y'all some guilty fucking culture vulturing, bullshitting. Y'all giving the shoes to people y'all know are out here actively reselling, and y'all let these motherfuckers walk back in the fucking store talking about they got these UAs they got on their feet from y'all. This the type of buffoonery, bullshit y'all let go on in y'all community is bullshit, bro. That's some of the most egregious sucker shit I ever fucking heard on in sneaker court, bro.
And I didn't even need to say guilty because Q just said it for me. So guilty. I'm gonna say the court of public opinion finds Offspring guilty, but because I'm gonna say this, their reputation at this moment in time with a lot of sneakerheads that I did put. The thing is, you can turn around and say people are just disgruntled. People can't take an L. You're being just salty. Or I've seen all the comments. I've seen on the post on Offspring. Bro, I don't even care if Offspring ban any of us. Like I don't care. I don't care. Like it's sneakers. Should never be this way. It should be inclusive. It should be for everybody. You should if you're all about stamping out resale, you should try harder. All of that stuff. But I don't care, bro. I don't really care. To me, like, if you're a grown person out there begging for sneakers, why are you begging for sneakers? Look at yourself. Like, legitimately, look at yourself. Look at yourself. Why are you out here on your hands and knees begging for a piece of leather, a piece of rubber, and a piece of foam?
You know why?
Why?
Because they can. Because they can. Because it's required of them, and apparently it works for them. I know y'all have seen people trying stuff that when you see it or when you hear it, you're like, bro, that's stupid. You know why that person continues to do that? Because eventually it works.
Yeah, I'd rather have a whole selection of GRs and OGs than any hype shit. You're chasing a pipe dream of hype shit that's sold to you, and that pipe dream of hype shit is full of manure and shit.
Because
you're chasing that. And no, every hype stuff. You're chasing a never-ending catastrophe of bullshit. Because this hype shit ain't gonna last forever. Your Offspring size and Foot Locker ain't gonna always have the pairs that you want. Nike's gonna go direct to customer more. So at the end of the day, why are you begging? Why are you disgruntled? It's a piece of leather on your feet. It's meant for use. I don't care about the valuation of a sneaker. I don't care about how much it costs you or how much it's valued in 2 years' time, 3 years' time. I'll probably run through a sneaker by then. Right? Why money and greed ain't the be and end all of life. Learn to enjoy life. Trust me. When I
come to the UK, we gonna go to fucking Offspring.
I look, at the end of the day, right? At the end of the day, this podcast, whole podcast thing is all about the freedom of speech, the freedom of right to say whatever we want to, because basically it's this. In actual fact, this is more of a community discussion because we will allow people to talk about anything they want. In actual fact, if we were very concerned about brands, if we were concerned about people thinking what we think about and being blocked, we will not have Benzino on. We will not talk about Kanye West. We will not talk about all the subjects that we talk about. This is where it is at. If you really truly want to mess with us, this is what it's about. We talk about real stuff and real shit.
And if one of the leaders or associates or whoever the fuck that want to represent Offspring want to come on here and dispute it or have a debate or a conversation about the shit, it's welcome. But I doubt it because that type of stuff don't usually happen.
See, one thing I wanted to say as well is this: like, you see the whole shit that's going on with Offspring. everybody knows, but it's one of those type situation where no one wants to speak out because then they lose their lunch ticket. Do you know what I mean? So it's kind of fucked up, but yeah, it is what it is.
Bro, I print my lunch ticket. I don't need somebody to give it to me.
I'm a packed lunch, bro. I bring my own packed lunch.
Exactly. I bring my sandwich, packed lunch, pasta, chicken, mayo, whatever it is. I don't need somebody to give me a meal ticket. Like I will work my ass off to get where I need to be. I don't need anybody to help me. And a lot of it, like I've had that in the past. I've had people say, "I can help you."
Hey,
well, I'm doing it myself.
Offspring. Fuck that bologna sandwich.
When resale is too high.
Damn resellers. Order.
When hype beats go too far.
These damn hype beasts. Order in the court. Order.
When the back door opens.
Guilty.
It's time for
Order in the court.
the sneaker court of public
Guilty.
opinion.
Fucking Offspring.
All right.
Out here selling bologna sandwiches. selling motherfuckers bologna sandwiches and trying to tell them it's filet mignon.
One thing I did want to bring up on Sneaker Court, but obviously we just basically didn't mention it. I want to talk about Kanye's definition of reparation, because like I understand what he's saying. I don't understand why he calls what he said as a reparation, because basically he says every black man deserves to wear Jordans. So I agree with that. That's fine. Yeah. Every black man
deserves reparations. Reparations ain't got shit to do with sneakers.
Yeah, exactly. So you actually buy you're actually buying sneakers. So basically you're giving your money away.
That's
Reparations is it's a privilege. Reparations is compensation. Reparations means if somebody's done bad to you, you get money back in return. And I don't understand how we mix those two up. So
you can't, bro. It don't. That's once again him speaking from emotion and passion. I think he misspoke, but we know he don't necessarily explain or pull back from. If anything, he'll double or triple down. He'll try to he might try to remake the point and make it sound more understandable.
Yeah.
But that was just a bad choice of word. Just the word reparation.
I think what he meant is he wants freedom from his contractual obligations in terms of I want to do what I want to do until you meet my demands. So
he just want to be able to wear J's, bro. It's cool. Like
he loves J's. He loves J's. Everybody loves J's.
You can if you don't, I mean, just wear what you want to wear, bro. Like I mean, but he pushing a hard line because when you represent a brand, that's not typically what happens.
Yep.
But when you are your own brand, like Yeezy, why can't I wear other shit? I'm the brand. Like it's not Jordan. Him wearing Jordans, I don't think is going to influence Jordan sales.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Exactly. Yeah. Anyway, thank you, Benzino, for coming through today. Is there anything you want to add?
Bun Osprey, that's it.
Oh, by the way, the fact that you actually created that hashtag is so funny. It's so funny.
Oh wait, you made hashtag ban Offspring a thing?
Bun Offspring.
Bun Offspring.
BUN.
Bun. Okay.
But means
it's like an old school kind of Jamaican way of saying fuck Offspring.
Yeah.
So that's quite funny. But yeah, if you mess around with Offspring, good on you. If they give you stuff, good on you. There's a lot of controversial things with them at this moment in time. A lot of people are either for or against. I'm neither for nor against. At the end of the day, they're a company trying to sell sneakers and bring up their hype. I think some of the strategy is a bit dodgy. But at the end of the day, it is what it is, and we'll still get the sneakers we want because we all like the sneakers we like. Exactly. At the end of the day, But Q, I'm gonna say, Benzino, thank you. You are the realest guest we always have. We always try to bring through. And you are always the bro, so we will support the bros on here.
Yeah, man. Hopefully we get you back on here at some point.
Yeah, after man, anytime.
Yeah, because the realness is necessary for sure.
Yeah, exactly. And Q, do you want to call? You want to call it? You want to count us down?
Yeah. Episode 33, man. Look, as always, we appreciate everybody's support, everybody that's watching, everybody that be in the comments with us on the premieres, everybody that watch our reviews, subscribe, like button, all that. Follow us on IG. Follow Benzino. Make sure y'all follow Benzino. Make sure y'all follow TJ and myself on IG. All our names pretty much will be in the description. So on that note, hopefully everybody, as TJ always say, can have a great day, great week, month, and the rest of the year. Because holiday time is coming, and we finna have some empty wallets around here, man. So hopefully everybody
ready, bro.
Hey, and for y'all information, thanks to Benzino, we found out that classics are still available on Reebok.
Oh,
so go out and cop all the classics y'all want, because everybody deserve all the classes they like. All right.
Exactly, bro.
Shoot Out Podcast, man. Episode 33. We
Peace out, guys. Peace out.
Peeps.
Oh.